All right.
Yeah,
Where
I
the
was-
fuck am I going?
I was
So
kind of
Did I
thinking
ever fix
the
this?
hypnotic, because you have the other ability that lets you freak people out, right, with your movement.
Oh, hey,
What?
Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh, Bane.
Wasn't the issue we were
Yeah.
having last time is the focus spells? At least I couldn't figure out how to change the level. Was that it?
Maybe? I don't know.
I thought we were having...
Focus spells are automatically heightened, right? So you just have to actually go into the spell and level heighten it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying that it. Like, I'm trying to add a new one quick because I have to add 2, and they're starting off at 10th level. Oh wait, never mind. Don't listen.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm dumb.
Okay, I'm gonna
It's
click
okay, we
on the
forgive
Demon
you.
Time headline and figure out what the heck this.
It's
Why is
clickbait.
it telling
What
me?
the? We just talked about this.
Foundry
yes,
Virtual
correct.
Tabletop requires a minimum screen resolution of 1366 by 768, and I have like 1536 by 754, which is
I've
What?
ignored that completely.
I don't know how to get rid of it though.
Oh, you can just click the X on
No.
the end of the message.
There was no X, but I just clicked it. All
Oh,
right.
that also works.
I still have to update all my actions and stuff because I had a lot of stuff to do today, and I thought I was
Gotcha.
gonna get to it, but I didn't. But you know,
That's okay.
is there a way to manually roll dice?
Yeah, you can just slash
Yeah,
roll,
slash
same
roll.
as roll 20.
All right, cool. Hooking up my second monitor real quick. All right, where's this fucking HDMI cable? Oh, it doesn't work. Cool.
Feels good, man.
Yeah, no. Hashtag feels good. Be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna need some. Well, I'm a little behind on getting everything up, even though I, technically got to
Was
my
here
computer an hour
early.
early. Yeah.
Me has 3 tabs of Roll20 up. Has 2 tabs of
Tabs of
Foundry.
Roll20.
I need the money. I forgot to take my money.
Oh, that's fair.
And I don't want to be a broke bitch with 0 gold, 0 platinum, 0 silver, and 0 copper, because that's a lot.
I see. So you have a different Roll20 tab for each money.
Yes.
Cool. You do have a lot of money, so I can see why you'd need 3 windows to hold it all.
I have less than the rest of the party.
Oh. What is this? Oh, that's not.
Maybe this window is just really laggy. Does this window lag for anybody? The fucking Foundry?
Not me.
What do you mean by lag?
Lag.
Although
It's like really choppy. It's like laggy kind of. Like
Nope.
Weird. I have a really good
Is the
graphics.
movement okay? So like if you're like trying to move things, the movement is like smoothened. If that makes
It's more
sense.
like it lags the rest of my computer out for some reason.
Oh, man,
that's
I don't know.
kind of weird.
You know, only kind of.
Okay. Yeah, that's odd.
I wonder if I can if there's some way I can just get my regular graphics card or like my graphics card to work on that.
Yeah, that would be
Connor,
ideal.
do you know of a way that I can force my graphics card to always be running?
Is it a laptop?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a laptop that switches between integrated graphics and like the actual graphics card.
Disable your integrated graphics. Go into Device Manager.
Is that under the NVIDIA GeForce Experience?
If you right-click on your Windows icon and go to
Okay.
Device Manager,
Okay.
it'll bring up your Device Manager, and then you go under Display Adapters, yeah, and you'll disable the one that says like Intel or whatever.
Wait,
Careful.
Connor, are you in college right now?
I'm not. Well,
Are
I'm
you-
taking college classes, but
Wait, are you in high school still?
Senior of high school, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you going for CS? Because you seem to like know computers like a lot.
Probably not.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You just don't like money or something?
Um,
Okay.
True. If you ever need money, it would be probably pretty easy for you to get a 2-year like IT or computer science degree.
yeah, I mean, right now I don't like make awful money doing what I do, but which is tech
What do you
support in
do?
a sense.
Oh.
Yeah, I work for Geek Squad.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
I'll warn you though, a CS degree turns you into a hollow shade of a man.
Well, I was a that came after for me.
Okay, hold on real
Mine
quick.
coincided, so.
Oh, I
What would I?
see.
Where would I go to? Display adapters.
Yeah, and then under display adapters, you should see two things. You should see
Yeah.
graphics. Yeah.
So I disable device.
Yeah, you're going to disable. Don't uninstall because
I
when you
won't.
restart your computer, it'll just reinstall itself. So that should,
I think
That
that did
should-
it actually.
yeah, that should force it to.
Oh no, but I'm stuck. Wait. This is weird.
Huh?
All right, so I'm on a dual monitor system. I
Yeah.
can't pull my mouse to the other screen.
Try
You're gonna have to adjust your. Try going to the other direction.
yeah, try going to the opposite side.
Or going up or down.
Oh, yep, that's a thing.
Yeah, you just need to adjust the display settings then.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah. Sometimes when like installing new drivers or reinstalling Windows with like 3 monitors set up, it puts itself in some wild configurations automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should fix the issue.
Let's see.
Good.
Yes.
Yes. Do it.
Um,
Get him, Anakin. Strike him down with all of your hatred and rage.
Oh.
All right, so I just have to
So
go to my.
do I have to manually put in my spell damage?
I have to go to my dick
Probably.
butts.
What do you mean
There should be a
putting-
mod. I think that I saw there was like a modifier thing.
Yeah.
System.
So like roll yes, modifiers you should be able to just set a stat or like
Just do like there's a check box or a check mark box, whatever,
Mhm.
by the ability mod thing to add that. So
Yeah, go for it. Because it's not a thing for all spells. It's only like what cantrips, maybe focus spells.
the ability modifier.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like a per spell thing for sure.
Did you know that your mom's an ability modifier? Look, I wasn't aware of it either. This kind of took me by surprise.
I feel like moms would have ability modifiers.
Okay, this is
So-
Are you
weird.
saying they
My
like inspire
internet-
courage or something?
So my internet, or not my internet, my Foundry isn't really loading now.
Have you tried
could-
restarting it?
Yeah, just restart your like whole browser.
Okay, let me try that. Discord's over here now. Fuck. This is so weird. Like it just changed my whole world. My whole world has changed. Day of the Fire Nation attack. My graphics card. It changed like my resolution settings too. Is that normal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if your integrated graphics may have been limiting what you actually could. Did it up them or no?
It's actually just not loading. Oh wait, here it goes. All right, cool. Yeah, it's still not loading. Maybe I need integrated graphics to do it. Who knows?
That's,
It
shouldn't- I wonder if it's something in Chrome.
yeah, like Chrome might be default using your integrated
Yeah.
graphics for hardware acceleration.
So do I go
Okay.
to?
Maybe maybe try
Settings.
turning off hardware acceleration. That could.
Then Foundry will probably complain.
Oh, okay.
Advanced. System. Use hardware acceleration when available. Turn that off.
You can try it.
Yeah.
Relaunch.
Dylan also knows more than me,
It-
so
Turning it off and back on might force it to like.
Oh, there we go. Hold on, it might be working.
Okay.
Wait, why is my display currently 1280 by 610? Yeah, it did kind of fuck with
You need to change
can
your
you-
resolution.
Yeah, can you just
probably.
try and adjust your resolution by clicking? That could also be it. Foundry could just not be wanting to run.
Oh, it says your browser does not currently support WebGL rendering, which is required by Foundry Virtual Tabletop.
Okay, that's what I thought. So you do need hardware acceleration on, but turning it back on might force it to grab the right graphics card, maybe?
Have you adjusted your display settings?
Yeah,
Have
you
I
should
tried
go
turning it off and on also?
Change your resolution when you have a sec.
System.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that. Relaunch. Okay, yeah, there we go. I just have to change my resolution. Wow. It feels like my system's kind of laggy now. Weird. All right, display.
Dylan, I had a client who was. They got very mad because they bought a gaming laptop and they were like, "Why do the fans turn on when I play a game? Why is it so loud?"
Well,
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Why does
because
it?
the raw power of your laptop will just melt itself if they don't.
yeah, and he was like, "It sounds like a jet engine." And I
Well,
was
No,
like,
that's honestly what mine sounds like too. To be
yeah, I
honest.
was like, some of them are pretty loud, and he was like, loud enough to hear it from the other side of the room, and I was like,
Dude,
Yeah.
loud enough to hear it from space. Like
Yeah.
actually.
hmm
you need to and I was like, you should buy a cooling pad, and he was like, this is a brand new product, I shouldn't need.
Well, you also don't need to. You don't need to buy a cooling pad. Like, it's fine
All right.
if your fans are good enough.
I
but,
will
like,
be right back. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. But yeah, it's gonna be loud.
Which was really funny is I had to look it up because I had no idea what he was talking about, but it was the Lord of the Rings online game. Like,
That's a good game.
no, I know, but I just had no idea what because he referred to it as, I think, Lotro or whatever.
That's,
Yeah, but no, I
Yeah.
just had never heard of it, and he was like, sometimes I run like several instances of the game, and I was
Yep.
like, what?
My friends have like 6 or 7 instances of like Ragnarok running sometimes.
Man, that makes sense. Why?
Why not?
Object slash. Also, I mean, I told Dylan about this one, but I had a client today who asked me. They were like, "Hey, can you set up my webcam and microphone?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, what do you have? Do you have like an all-in-one, a desktop, a laptop?" And they were like, "I don't know." Okay. And so then I like was
Amazing.
and then I tried to figure it out, and I was like, "So is it one unit just by itself, like a standalone unit where the screen and everything is built in, or is it like you have a tower and you have a monitor that are plugged into each other?" And then they were like, "It is a monitor and a tower that are plugged into the modem box," and I was like,
Okay, well.
okay. And so I was like, "So you have a desktop?" And they were like, "Yeah." I was like, "That doesn't come with built-in doesn't come with a built-in webcam and mic." And they were like, "What? I thought it did."
Yeah. Well, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then they were like,
Oh,
"Can you
Lord.
like help me find
Dude,
a
I
webcam?"
forgot that I muted myself this whole time.
Oh no.
Welcome back. Also, Gino, I'm not going
What's
to
up?
say that downloading Firefox might fix all your problems. Rather, I'm not going to say that it will, but I will say that it might.
It probably will.
Nah, dude, just use the new Microsoft
You like
Edge.
Firefox over Chrome?
It's actually like a little.
Just use Microsoft Edge.
I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban you.
Oh no.
Probably it would also be fine, but
Just
like,
I'm kidding. Don't.
use
Yeah,
Linux.
I know.
Smile.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a quick question.
sure.
How do I get strikes to work on my character sheet?
So it's in the weapon that you're striking with.
Yeah, just
Okay.
click the weapon.
All right, I can tinker with this if we want to get started.
I mean, I'm still.
we've got
But
we've got
I'm okay. Oh no.
what am I trying to say?
Don't worry. If I had a third monitor, I would literally just have another window of Foundry Virtual Tabletop.
I'm trying to think of any other good story. You mentioned Linux.
I forgot to turn on music. Oh my.
We had a client come in with when I was still in the store. We had a client come in with a Linux computer, and they were like,
Mhm.
"Hey, we need you to do like all this stuff." And someone checked it in without knowing it was Linux.
Yikes.
And I'm pretty sure it was a MacBook running Linux.
Oh
that's-
no.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, it's fine, but
But
like,
we don't like. That's the one thing we don't touch is
Oh.
Linux.
Okay. Yeah.
Like we literally never.
I see,
It doesn't
well,
roll
that's-
damage on this though.
Yeah.
click
So then,
damage.
right, there's a damage button on. It puts out a little like card. Oh, that I really want to emulate. I need to hack it apart and figure out how they do that because I want to use that for my encounter buttons. That's fine.
Oh wait, Dylan.
It's really
Never
hard to
mind.
figure
I
out.
remember what the issue was.
Okay.
How did you set the amount of actions?
I don't know. I haven't actually set the amount of
Oh,
actions.
it might be component. No, not component.
Like the amount of actions for a spell.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You
Oh, it might be cost.
because like I
'Cause
just
you
drug
have
the
these set-
spells out. I didn't like make them, so I don't.
Oh,
So let's.
oh,
I'll
yeah,
just
I
look
guess.
at.
Oh
Oh,
my
no,
god,
it's
my
okay.
cat
I can-
just
I can
grabbed
look-
my balls.
They have a tag on the left side for 2. It's literally just says 2. Oh, cast time 2? I guess it's cast time.
Well, I just can't adjust the actions.
Right, I guess it's cast time. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So if you just put in a number and you don't put in any words, that'll be the number of actions.
you'll love to see it. Cool.
And just for all our viewers, we know exactly what we're doing,
Correct.
and are
So
experts at Pathfinder 2e.
yeah, we're
Sorry, one
we're
last thing.
finishing
How
up
did
stuff.
you import things?
What kind of import things? Like what?
Pictures?
Oh, yeah.
No, import like I want to import dagger.
Dagger. Oh yeah. So if you go to the compendium page, let me.
Okay.
I'll do this on the.
Oh, I have to go to compendium and do it. Okay.
Yeah, and then like at the bottom,
Search it.
there's a thing called
Okay.
item browser. I could be doing this on stream and showing people.
Dagger.
Ooh, yeah.
Where's, wait, compendium items directory. Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
items directory. My bad.
No, the yeah, I guess you have to scroll down. Sorry, I'm on a. My main screen is a 4K monitor, so like I don't necessarily see how easy it is to see everything sometimes.
Do focus spells?
Yeah, inventory
count as-
browser is the one you're looking for, and it should pull up like a search window. And then yeah, you can like drag and drop any of these into your character sheet, and it'll.
Oh, I should probably turn on stream to watch this.
Oh, it's yeah.
Dive in that chat, boys.
True. Yeah. So like at the very bottom of the compendium screen is the inventory browser that you're looking for.
What does it mean when
Bark
so
motion.
elemental motion says focus 3?
It means it's a 3rd level spell,
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
and it's a focus spell.
Why is it?
Item.
I
Equipment?
lack permission to create a new item.
Dagger.
Why?
It's probably already in the spells. You just have to go look at the focus spells.
Oh, I just have to drag it in. Oh
yes.
wait.
User Eve lacks permission to create a new item.
Oh, wait. What?
It's the same thing. You have to drag it into the spell sheet.
Okay,
Oh, okay,
I
that
see.
makes sense.
Got
and
it.
then you,
Yeah,
and
like
then
if
move
you
it.
can drag it, that just a regular old dagger into the into your sheet and then like edit it.
Got it. Roger. All right, yeah, I can fidget with this stuff if you want to get started.
Okay. Yeah, we're close enough. We can get going. So does I still forgot to turn on music. I said it and everything, and I forgot. Would anyone like to give a recap of last session for a hero point? Also, everyone has to set their own hero points on this. I no longer have the power of the deck to dole them and steal them as I want.
Oh, are we doing it the recap from Eve's perspective? Because it's like Ludwig ran in and did nothing, and
Hey, wait.
Oh,
oh, that's loud. How do I turn that down?
In the music tab.
Oh.
I set it so I can hear the music too.
Were you able to import your entire Roll20 thing, by the way?
Yes, like the entire Roll20 game, I was able to import with the importer tool,
Wow.
including stuff that was technically not legal for me to import.
Is that right?
Like legal, like legality?
Yeah, like I accidentally pirated a bunch of Wizards of the Coast content that was a license only to Roll20, and
Bro, that's fine.
immediately deleted it.
Yeah. Got you. Wink.
Why is that 1d20 plus 12? Do I not understand math?
Boy,
Possibly.
if that isn't the subtitle for our campaign.
Math question mark?
Yeah. What's my boost for this?
Here, let me go change the title of the stream.
Okay. That's just half of the party. The other half
That's
is like,
true.
oh, this is what I add. I
That's
add this
true.
and
You
this
two
and
are
this.
very good at that.
And this is how I get my bonus.
Yep.
Look,
Yeah.
I don't.
use spells.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have been a fighter then.
He is.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He's sort of a fighter.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a fighter with
Sort of.
6 hit
He's
points per level.
barely a fighter.
He's a
Dude, I
he's a
used
fighter on
a-
his dad's side.
Yeah.
But he looks like his mom, so it doesn't matter.
True.
Well, how do I use an? Okay, whatever. I
So
don't
if you
know.
click the dice roll on anything, it should like
Oh,
pop
no,
up your
okay,
stuff.
So yeah, so I'm looking at like okay.
Sorry, that was
I
me,
looking,
not Sonus.
Yeah, I was looking at like Airball, which still has a picture of Fireball, which I need to change.
Yeah.
Oh my
Get
god.
on it.
So I didn't realize that the daggers crit spec, whenever I crit, they take 1d6 bleed damage. What?
That's baller.
Plus 1.
Okay, that's sick. Never
You
mind.
get an item bonus to the bleed damage equal to the item bonus to attack rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Sorry guys, I just came a little bit.
Oh dear.
Just a little bit though, not a lot, you know?
Did I?
All right, so recap.
As long as you limited yourself. Go ahead.
All right. At the beginning of last session, the party was facing off with a few harpy helpers against the
Say that 5
salamander
times fast.
fire god. I can't.
Correct. Let's see.
The main harpy, the guardian of the north, also known as Keth, summoned a really cool whirlwind around us. We ended up fighting Salamander. Eve ran around in midair, stopping Salamander's pillars from erupting and shooting lots of ice into the pillar of darkness that Ludwig summoned on top of Salamander. Ludwig thought that the best approach would be to explode inside Salamander's mouth with a frost bomb. An enlarged Sonus tried to tackle Salamander off of the pillar in the center of the darkness, and at the end of the fight, they managed to get him out of it, and Solus finished him off with a critical bolt through the head. At that point, Salamander says that Eden will be the rebirth of the old ones. He talked, well, that was prior to the arrow to the head. He dies. The followers were pretty unhappy with us. And of course, to do that, we just kind of looted everything around us, sent the harpies in to loot a little bit more. They kept saying mean things, and Eve threatened them so hard that they just kind of fucked off a little bit.
Yes.
Yep. Eve Eve grabbed the head inside the treasure chest, which turned into a little key. And then we took the harpies across the water, out of there, and out of immediate danger. From there, we had quite a lot of talking with the harpies, promised them a seat on the council to Rava and her barbarian friend, Esset. Friend in quotes, probably something going on there.
We don't assume.
Ludwig and
We
Sona's
don't
talked
assume
to-
in this party.
Yeah. Ludwig and Sonas talked a bit about making Sonas into a god through worship.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, in the pamphlets and whatnot they'd have to write up to do that. Eve gave Ludwig the key to Salamander's head to keep more stress upon his life, but also because he seems somewhat level-headed. After that, we went back to the place, which I don't have the name of, the hill. The party token is on it. We went back to meet with Eve's brother, Seth, and delivered the good news that, hey, Salamander is dead. Brass has been outwitted by us, and we started heading back with a small group of folks to take the head back to Eden. Also, at the very end of all of that, we reset the diplomat's bag, and Ludwig sent a letter to Ben Griff. I put a note specifically in here to remember to say that.
I'm definitely going to screw up some of this NPC stuff, but thank you for that. That was good. There was actually a lot last session. I was having some trouble like recapping it yesterday and like catching everything that I thought was important or amusing. There was a lot. It was a good session.
Honestly, I did skip over some comments about like River Legion being a problem for people. We sent out some general stuff north to see the sketchy boat people.
Yeah.
But hitting the hot points.
All right. Yeah, I think that's it. So like we are
I
currently.
may have actually just made it so Sonus is dying. Okay, never mind. I figured it out.
no problem.
Sonus died.
Yeah.
Expert players.
I kind of wish it would make an announcement in chat so you could have all seen it, but that's fine. I'll
I was
build a
worried
module
about
for that. All right. So I think we're gonna start with you guys. Have just entered Green Rock Hill barracks, and Seth had just come out to start talking to you guys, and we're just gonna start right there. And Ludwig, you said you wanted to talk to the general?
Yes, I think Ludwig was dropping off the note from Rika.
Okay.
I believe that's her name. It was getting close to Rava in my notes, so it got a little funky. I believe her name was Rika.
Okay.
That's basically saying, hey, there are some folks up to the north side of the lake. We don't really know what they're up to, but
Okay, yeah.
you know, watch out for them.
Okay. If you're just dropping off the note, do you want to have like a full conversation or just find it,
Not
slip it
in
under his
person,
door?
Just
Okay.
100%. Like, just be like, hey, watch out for these folks. I don't know what's going on, but it's sketchy.
Yeah. Okay. So I think maybe Seth had like led you up to the room and like showed you the door. He's like, it's right in here if you'd like to discuss it with him. And like,
yeah, I guess. Here's a note. Look out, some folks upstairs are sketchy. I don't know how sketchy, but don't let them get to Eden, I guess.
yeah. So he's like gesturing to the door, like, you know, expecting you to go in and talk, and like maybe you just pull out this note and like slide it under, and then he just sits there and like still gesturing. And he like pulls back his hand and kind of coughs nervously, and then you guys just go back to the courtyard.
He got it.
So yeah, I think from there you guys just get your. Oh, you're rolling for the party, huh?
Oh no, I don't.
It's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. I like that it does that, by the way. I was talking about it, I think, before you were on, but I like that it zooms to whoever's rolling, because it makes my life easier on the camera side. So I have like another window watching. It's fine. Anyway, So you guys are, yeah. Seth brings Ludwig back to the courtyard, and I think from there you guys just get kind of... He gathers a... Oh, you guys were going to spend the night here, right? Yeah, you guys got here at, like, the end of the day.
That would make sense. I think we had quite a ways to go.
Yeah, oh yeah, you guys have several days of travel before Eden. So, yeah, if anyone would like to do anything in the barracks, then go ahead. Otherwise, we'll just jump to the next day of you guys starting to travel. Like, Seth basically said he'll meet you in the courtyard. So we can go to the next morning. Seth has gathered an escort of 4 soldiers, and he's waiting in the courtyard for you to group up. And, got distracted by these buttons on the rolls. That's interesting.
I was trying to figure out how to scale spells up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that right now.
You might just have to modify the spells. I don't know if there's, like, auto-scaling necessarily.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
just
I'm...
like, it's not letting me edit anything about the spell.
Oh, really? Even if you're,
Yeah.
Even once they're in your spell sheet?
Oh,
Yeah, you can't edit it before you drag it into your character sheet.
gotcha.
But after you drag
Yeah,
it in.
But now I can't edit it.
What? Even when it's in your character sheet? If you hit, like, the
Yeah,
little
that's
edit
right.
button
Go
on the
to
right side?
details.
There's no edit button.
Really?
No, you just go to details and all these boxes in details should be filled.
I don't know where details is.
Let's see.
When you open the spell, like
doesn't let me
click
open
this
the character
spell.
sheet.
Oh, sorry. There's like a trash bin,
Yeah,
and then there's like a notepad.
there's no notepad next to it. I was looking for that because there was one of them with the other thing.
Let me see. But, Solus, you do have that?
I do.
Hmm. All players limited. Eve, you are the owner. You logged in as Eve the character, or the Eve the player, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So that should be fine. Maybe I'll make everyone an observer. It probably won't change anything, but okay. Oh, that's kind of weird. I actually also don't have the edit. Orphaned spells. Oh, move to spellcasting entry above. So you add a spellcasting entry first. Okay, so you have to add one for your magic tradition. Like, you see that
Okay.
add spellcasting entry button?
Yeah. Oh. I see. I got you. All right. Cool. I got it. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Yeah, so. Did anyone want to take care of anything before leaving the Green Rock Hill? Or can we just kind of head out and travel?
Let's do the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. I have modified Ludwig, or modified Blevin. I mean, have modified Ludwig, but also Blevin now is pretty different. He's much more lithe and with the wings.
Oh, yeah, the wings.
Yeah, he looks like a little bit meaner, a lot faster.
All right. Cool. So, all right. So yeah, you guys head out, and I think the next place you guys stop, you head out for the day. And if no one has any opposition to it, Seth is just gonna travel along the road, assume that's the way you guys were gonna take.
Yeah, that sounds good for me.
Okay. Then yeah, the next place you guys end up is EE35. You might remember it as the place where, like, the there's kind of that camp there of people displaced from Goodtill. And oh yeah, actually no, the double rules apply. You guys can move 2 more spaces, but you pass through there, and it looks like more tents have gathered there. It's like grown. The little tent city has grown bigger, and there's now like as you're walking through, kind of towards the T intersection of the place, there's like a makeshift, kind of like a medical area where there's a lot of like there's kind of armor strewn about, and there's people sitting there with like wounds, and one guy looks like he's got like acid burns, like all over like his neck and like shoulder, and another guy looks just like kind of a very, very sickly color, very pale. But you do not linger too long there.
They don't look like the chaplain Brinings?
Go ahead and make me a perception check. 'Cause at first glance, they're just kind of soldiers, but they're not wearing
There
River
we go.
Legion colors or anything.
Okay. 19.
Combo
Oh,
breaker.
19, yeah. Yeah, I think you see, like, one guy that actually, yeah, you do recognize. I think they had, like, I think they all had, like, not a sash exactly, but kind of just a strip of cloth that hangs down from, like, their left pauldron or, like, off of their armor on the left side, off their shirts, their tunics, that, like, marks them as part of Brining's unit, Brining's mercenary group, and you spot that on one of the soldiers.
Folks, do we want to stop for a second? I see that you remember the gentlemen that we ran across on the road, Chaplain Brinings, I don't remember, but I think I see some of his groups. They were going into the rat.
We should make it quick.
Do you think it's a smart idea, Ludwig?
To check in on them? Yeah, probably.
Alright then.
It seems like this rat stuff might be advancing, and these folks don't look so good.
Ludwig would like to kind of see if he can help them at all, medicine-wise.
Sure. Yeah, I think the one you recognized is one that he's got like the one with the acid burns, basically. And so he's got like his neck has it's very red from his neck down to his right shoulder, which is like kind of his shirt's like pulled back as this like doctor is working on him. And it's kind of like there's definitely a rash there. It's like there's a bunch of sores along his neck there too. And he's just like wincing as this doctor like applies some kind of ointment. And yeah, he seems he doesn't notice you as you walk up. He's slightly distracted.
Excuse me, perhaps I could be of some help. Could you tell me what you ran across? Perhaps I know something.
He oops, I didn't roll that.
Oh
Let's just get rid of that.
no. Raggy.
Just
I
yeah,
didn't see it.
It's good. That's fine. No problem.
Wait, but I want to
Just-
see it now.
I'm just playing with some NPC sheets, trying to figure out my way around. That's fine. That's not okay. That's a little weird. Okay. What the? Did I just like move the world?
No.
Okay, it just broke on my screen for a minute. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. I like was switching around scenes and it got a little weird. Yeah, so like I think the doctor looks at you and is gonna shoo you away at first. They're like they take their free hand and like wave you away. And they're like, I'm busy. Just give us a few moments. And then like the soldier kind of like looks at you and he does recognize you. He's like, "You're the one from before. We met you on the road here."
Yeah, I'm glad you remembered. I'm pretty easy to lose in a crowd. Yeah, is your chaplain around? Are you okay?
No, he's still in the swamp. Where I lost him, actually. A group of us retreated and we haven't seen him. We haven't seen what happened to him.
Oh boy. Well, let's get you checked out at least. See how you're doing.
Yeah, I think he like kind of puts a hand on the doctor's hand and says he's I know him. He's fairly skilled. Did you like heal any of the soldiers that were downed?
When would that have been?
When you fought the like stone, like the earth elementals, just after leaving Eden last time.
It's very possible.
I know you definitely healed Brianing a bunch. So he's
Yeah.
like, I've seen his work. He's very skilled. Could you? And yeah, she backs off, steps away, but she's watching you very skeptically.
So I accidentally killed this guy.
Kid. Oh, I tried to drain some of the pus and I accidentally cut his neck. What can
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah.
Such is life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want like a medicine roll for that?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't. Woo,
Yeah,
alright.
so I think you're able to. I mean, on the one hand, you're able to pump up his HP. You heal him regularly. You're also able to come up with something that kind of counteracts these acid burns a bit. Not like perfectly, but it almost immediately like reduces the redness and like the swelling and yeah. And he's
Okay, yeah, you'll be fine.
Does
breathes
it
a
look?
sigh of relief.
Does it look to have any necromantic elements? We know there have been those ghouls and the horrible ghoul spiders that kind of came out of the rot.
Yeah, you have occult, right? You're
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm
go
pretty good at
ahead
occult.
and give me some of that occult.
Oh, let's see that nat one now that I've. Okay. All right. Never mind.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Same roll.
So it's definitely like you see, like, yeah, it kind of seems like some of around these sores. It seems like the flesh is kind of necrotized more than it should have. It definitely looks like you was hit with something not natural.
I think you'll be all right now, but stay here and protect these people.
He nods. He's like, we're not going anywhere for a while. Try to stay here and regroup with the chaplain.
How many of you made it out?
He looks around and he's like, I think I've seen 4 others from the unit. I believe the rest are still with the chaplain. Or
Okay, we'll see what we can do. I don't know that we have time to deal with this immediately, but we'll do what we can.
he nods.
And then Ludwig would definitely want to fill everyone in. Solace, were you hanging out with him?
Yeah. So like when you're looking over, Solace is probably asking like, "Is it a spider bite?"
There is that.
Eve shudders.
Spiders
have to
that
be
infest this
spiders.
wood are much.
I think he looks
Much
at
of a
you
worry.
and he's like, you've seen the spiders.
I know
Shake-
things.
Shakes his head and he's like, it wasn't those. Some other kind of creature. I've never seen the likes of it before. But we've fought the spiders as well. Lots of them in the woods.
Do you mind giving me a description of this creature?
Yeah, and he kind of furrows his brow. He's like, it was night and hard for me to get a good look, but I think they were human. Not human exactly. They humanoid. They were much taller than I was. And it seemed like they had this almost rotting flesh, and when we wounded it, it would mend itself immediately, knit itself back together before we could end it. And it threw something at me, and he gestures to his neck. It's like I wish I could tell you more, but
No, I understand. It's fine.
I was pulled away
Um,
and we ran.
Do. I have a really strange feeling that I don't need 3 fifth level spell slots today, so I will use one of them. Sorry, I don't know if Oh, okay. There it is. I disconnected from the tabletop.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna cast Hypercognition and okay, there it is, and then I'm gonna make 5 Bardic Lore checks.
Oh. Whoa. What? Okay. For these actions you can't use. Okay. Huh. All right. What about?
I want to know other things that. So basically, it is creatures that inflict necrosis
Yeah.
on. I have a feeling that this is like a troll that throws poop, but
It.
Solace probably knows.
The poop troll.
Whoa. All right. So are those all basically on the same subject?
Yeah. No. I make 6, and I think I choose 1. Right?
Okay.
No, I use up to 6 as part of casting the spell, and then I can't use.
Log and collate information relevant to your current situation. Okay.
So 1 more. Although this is
Sure.
a 30, so
Yeah, I mean the 30 is not. Yeah.
By the way, Dylon.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut it. The black fireball.
Mhm.
You could just message it to me.
Oh, is that the one you ended up taking?
Yeah.
You swapped out after throwing the bull.
Yeah, remember?
Oh,
okay. That's a
Okay.
crit, actually. Smile.
that is. Yeah. So it's just a fireball that also like uses your spell DC. Like if they take damage from it, they have to make another like a fort save. I guess it's not even no. If they just take full damage, then they are like blinded for a certain amount of time.
Oh.
So yeah. So you think his description is a little confused, but you definitely think it sounds like a troll, and it sounds like maybe some kind of weird ghoul troll, maybe?
Yeah, that's like.
Sorry, I'm just testing something.
So I do say that like it's likely a troll if it was healing itself. Their regenerative properties are very well known. Though I've not quite heard of a troll that inflicts such a wound upon people. This is news to me.
Yeah, with everything we've seen coming out of there, this whole rat thing seems like the next on the list of threats.
Though if there is some kind of undead infestation of sorts in the rod, it would make sense for the spiders to have adapted that way.
And if you happen to run across this creature in the future, remind me that you got a crit on this, and we'll give you some extra information.
I love extra information.
Party gets damaged for 24 hit points. Sorry. All right. So yeah. onward from there. Did you have any more questions for the soldier?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you guys get about another 2 hexes. That did not waylay you too much, so you can finish your 5 hexes for the day. And then you'll set up camp, and I'll stop this music. I was waiting for the loop to stop, but it cuts over so fast. So yeah, you guys make camp. What kind of watch order do you guys set?
I can take the one in the middle.
Okay.
Or me or Ludwig.
Sonus would, I guess Sonus will take the, like, up front first one.
Eve will take the last one.
Okay. Sure.
And during her watch, she will just like try aiming like Ray of Frosts, trying to hit like an empty bottle or something.
Yeah. If you want to give me a sample of 5 rolls there, if you.
Oh wait, not roll 20. Hold on.
Okay, I need to fucking. My phone is going ham tonight, and I don't know why.
Wow, I wasted a fucking 20.
Yep.
Never mind. She's gonna do like 1 Ray of Frost, and I guess shatter the bottle,
Yeah.
and then just start shooting like rocks and stuff.
Yep. I think. Yeah, you zap the bottle, and you're like, yeah, I definitely hit Salamander all those times. Yeah.
Oh, there was never any doubt.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. Right. Obviously. So yeah. So you go to wake up Solus, then Solus, you start your watch, and I think you hear like you're probably, I don't know, these watches probably last like maybe 3 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. Somewhere in the middle of your watch, you hear like lute playing. You guys are mostly out in the open, I guess. There's like light tree cover. I'm just gonna move the token so I can see. Yeah, there's like light tree cover, light hills. There's some hills like above you, and it just sounds like this lute playing is coming from like around the bend of one of these hills. It's like over the knoll.
Does it sound like it's moving?
Not really.
There's music in them hills.
Mm-hmm.
As tempted as I am, I'm not gonna just like abandon my party. What?
Okay. I mean, it's not that far. It's like
Like if I go up on this hill, will I still be able to see them?
Oh yeah. The party is like sleeping on the side of the road, like in view of this hill. So.
Nope, feels like a trap.
Okay.
If it was some god or something, they could just appear next to me. I would never have to go to them.
That's fine. I think let's see. I think that's kind of what happens. I think like the lute playing is going on for a while, and then like and then I think you hear a shout from like the top of the hill, and if you look, you probably see someone standing up there, kind of like in the moonlight. Although the dim moonlight, the moon is still around, like kind of that new moon phase. So you see like a humanoid stand on top of the hill, fairly tall, and they shout. They're just like, I guess I can't blame you for having a dulled sense of curiosity after recent weeks.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, they start like walking down the hill, still just, you know, yelling to you across the distance. They're like, had a couple of close calls. First your companion, and then yourself. And as they're walking down the hill, you start to see like kind of the outline of this, kind of that stag mask again.
Do I get so? Sorry, this is a weird sensational thing. Do I get the feeling that like it's not really communicating vocally? Like it is, but does it kind of feel as if if it continues to shout, will my party wake up?
Right. So that's the thing, is like your party's not... You may occasionally feel disappointed with your party, but they're not like this oblivious. Like, you know, Ludwig's quick to pop up and like spring to some sort of action when something alarming happens, and like, you know.
Yeah, no, I just like it was.
I'm
just
back. I do get food.
Welcome back. Yeah, I don't think like none of your party is waking up or stirring at the sound. And if you look at them, it's like, I think when you're looking at this person walking down the hill, this elf, it's like kind of a like slightly like higher contrast image. And when you look towards like where your party is sleeping, it kind of is more faded out, more muted.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that like this was like not actually physically occurring, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, you can't, you know. Yeah.
I can't fully discern that, but for
I
the
think,
time being, it's
well, what I was going to
not...
say is you may actually be speaking. But you get the sense that this person shouting at you is not actually shouting out loud.
So I guess I kind of move away from the campsite a little bit, kind of like meeting this figure halfway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they kind of like set their loot down, and like they kind of like lean it against their leg and then cross their arms. And they're like, you managed to, and I think they actually like look towards Ludwig. They're like, I think you managed to pull victory and glory out of the jaws of the beast. And then she looks back to you.
Well, a little bit of knowledge and understanding is always important to have, and it takes a certain gambit to learn those things.
Nods. Seems the risky move worked out for your group this time. Came to an interesting end to the story after all. Although, and like, I don't know if you noticed this. It's almost like this, like she was always wearing this mask, but now it's like kind of like an owl mask. She says, not as interesting as what happens next by half. And she like kind of holds out a hand, and suddenly she's like holding this, just like crystal ball type object, and kind of like tilts her head, and it seems like she's watching something in it that you can't discern, and it's like many paths, innumerable, and all of them wildly different for the fate of these lands.
Yes. It's a dangerous and tumultuous time.
I'm excited for them, but I'm curious, what do you think you'll do? Do you... Kind of like looks at the party and is like, do you trust any of them? Or yourself, for that matter?
They are good people, if slightly misled and young.
Good people aren't always good rulers. Although, she shrugs. Like, Adam took a fair shot.
It fell into his lap.
As it has fallen into yours.
It's not in my lap yet.
Someone's lap.
Well, I hope. It would be truly unfortunate if we lost what we worked so hard to gain.
I think she nods.
I cannot see what is to come next, but I can only hope that it is something easier.
I think she smirks and lets out just a small, like, almost a scoff, but closer to a laugh. He's like, I will pray for that for you.
If you don't mind me, can I make a... I want to make a lore check.
Sure.
Still getting used to the skill menu. And I'm going to use a focus point to reroll as well. Or I guess roll of fortune.
Okay.
24. So I want to know who I'm speaking to.
Yeah, so, like, with, there, just through some of the innuendo of the conversation and, like, some of the things they've said and have represented, you think that they're related to the Zephyron? Also, I apologize if I'm getting that pronunciation not...
I did not tell you how to pronounce it, so that's totally fine if you want to pronounce it wrong.
Okay.
But
Wow.
it was Zephyrin.
Zephyrin, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Yeah,
Or
related
you
to
could just say, or you could just say the 10.
Right, sure.
because-
She seems to be related to the 10, but with the way these new divinities kind of work, there's like hierarchies of spirits, like lesser spirits, and she could just be like to use, you know, to compare to another deity you've met, she might be like the Rava of the 10, as it were, kind of like a lieutenant or like a lesser spirit, or even just a person who's like gained some favor with them.
Oh, okay. If you don't mind me asking, your presence is not known to me, but I am known to you.
Yeah, she nods. It's like, oh well. I tend to look into the people who are followed by interesting stories. You can call me Kit. Kit the Jester. A fine name for today.
Oh, lordy. Were you Kit the Jester on the island that Salamander ruled?
She nods.
So the 10 are watching me. That's, or at least you. Maybe not the 10 themselves. It's kind of dangerous to assume.
I think, yeah, she doesn't, like, say anything to respond to that.
That's
She like,
it's
looks at
a
the party.
cannot confirm nor deny.
Yeah. She like looks at the party and kind of closes her hand around this crystal ball object, and it like puffs into smoke that escapes her grip, and yeah.
Well, kids, if there's nothing more to say, I need to continue my watch.
Yeah, she'll look back at you and nod, and she'll kind of lean down and pick up her lute and like strum a chord. She'll say like, enjoy the taste of victory before things get complicated. And she'll like turn and start walking back up the hill and say, whatever you do next, make it wonderful.
I'll make it as interesting as I can.
And then, like, the image kind of fades back to normal colors all around you. And yeah, you continue your watch. And nothing else of note happens that night. Yeah.
Did Ludwig agree to take a watch?
Who? Let's see.
I
Yeah,
was
the
gonna
last
say,
one?
I don't believe he was. He didn't chime in.
Oh, okay. Then I think
but
it was.
he would do it if there was an open one.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wake you up, actually.
What's
Levin
Oh.
hisses at you.
Yeah.
There's
Okay. Sorry.
no danger. I wanted to ask you something.
sure?
When we return to Eden, how's about you join me on the council as my advisor?
Oh wow, we're talking secession, huh? Kind of late at
You
night for
can-
that, don't you think?
I mean, I just wouldn't. No offense to Eve or Sonus, I just. They seem to quite enjoy adventuring. And
That's true. Do you want to rule?
I'm worried that if we give it to Eve, it will be usurped from her.
Yeah, that had crossed my mind.
She
Do
may
you-
be
go ahead.
charismatic and tough, but she's a bit of a ruffian and a little more prone to stabbing than others.
Yeah, I do agree. I don't think she would be really suited for it. I had
You-
a thought that let's just run this as. Have you considered just putting Sonus on the throne? And we are, behind the scene advisors. I'm not saying forever. It might be time that the Emperor is not, a life term or anything.
The Emperor is, in our current agreement, is merely a party that breaks ties.
I would be interested, but I'm.
You don't have to
Just
answer
concerned.
immediately, just when it's time to present the head to the council.
Oh boy.
We will need a plan.
Yeah, I agree. I think maybe we owe it to the others to talk it through with all of us. I don't think it's. I don't usually say this. I don't think it's on us to make the plan.
I do want to remind Solus that he does not know that Ludwig has the chest.
I'm aware of that. You
Alright.
don't have to remind me, because I remember everything mostly.
Ooh.
And this is not like, notice I did not bring up the chest. I just
Mhm.
asked him if he would be my advisor, because
Alright,
Solus
alright,
is
alright.
operating under the fact that
NBD,
like we're
NBD.
gonna honor the ingredient.
Yeah, because Solus is thinking he did the finishing blow, right?
Oh, right, yeah. I kind of forgot that was a thing, to be honest.
And I know the other part, like it was like whoever kills Salamander and then brings their head, which Solus had no way of doing. So it's. Anyways.
So I guess actually let's talk about that because I want to make sure I'm under. I want to understand what the Emperor's power would really be.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing to talk about. Are we talking? We're just talking in terms of ruling Eden?
Right.
Yeah. So, like...
Or do we even know?
I guess it would probably be a society check? Yeah, Solus would probably know the most.
I wouldn't be surprised if Eve knew quite a bit too with her family.
Right.
That said, I don't mind doing a society check as well.
Other relevant
that's
experiences.
a low roll for me.
Yeah, other relevant experiences. Yeah, I can do a quick roll if you want.
Sure. I think I'll give you.
Is everyone awake at this point?
Not at this point, but this is like a meta check. We're just figuring out what our characters know, so you can roll if you want.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know how to roll.
This is for
it
what?
did it. All right, cool.
Okay.
I was asking what the
Holy
power of the Emperor would essentially be.
And what would this be? Like, what type of
Society.
Oh.
So, Solus knows.
Unless he has underworld connections. Aha.
I mean, I don't. Unfortunately. Oh wait. No, I need to add that still.
I actually think. Eve, you probably just inherently know this stuff, so we might ignore that roll. Unless you particularly want to say that you ignored the fuck out of
No. I really think Eve would
Yeah.
have cared at a certain point. a
Right.
lot.
Yeah. So we're gonna ignore that roll. This is just this is background automatic success. And Solus, you also have a pretty good idea, and the other two are like, I don't know, he said stuff, he laid down the law, man. So like basically Adam didn't flex this too much, but he technically had like ultimate power. He could just like say something and it would be law. But as kind of as precedent, if the council unanimously like voted that something was a bad idea, like on the one hand, if they voted like in majority that Adam was in the wrong, then he would take it under consideration and maybe change his mind. And if they unanimously voted against him, he would almost never go against that. Except for like there's one situation related to like raising, like Eve, you might have heard discussions about this, or mutterings or grumblings, that like there's a discussion around raising a fleet, and Adam was like, no. And it was like unanimous that Eden should, and Adam just said, no, I'm not going to raise forces of war. That is not what we should be concentrating on at this time. And he just like de facto vetoed their vote. So like, I think probably the council has written in at this point that they have actual, like if an emperor is instated, then they have veto power. Like, if they unanimously vote against the emperor, then the emperor has to go with what they say. It's something that they've tried to write in, but it's not like, it's a little nebulous. Because it's a system that's only had one ruler, right? So Solus and Eve, that's kind of what both of you are aware of.
Roger Dodger.
So as an amendment to what I said earlier, I guess I would explain that to Ludwig.
Mhm.
But
Oh.
I would still explain that like the current position of the Emperor is probably most likely just to simply break ties between what I assume is like 2 or 3 parties.
Yeah, those guys don't seem like they'd give too much up, huh?
And I guess the other thing I would say is that the Emperor doesn't inherently have a faction aligned with them. Like, the Presidia Guard, the people who are like the guard of the palace of the Emperor, the Imperial Guard, they are loyal to someone else. The army's loyal to a different group. Even the town guard are loyal to someone who's not even on the council. So like, if the Emperor shuns everyone and makes enemies of everyone, then they'll probably just get executed and ousted. Like,
How does the population of Eden feel about that?
well, they really liked Adam, and
Mhm.
they would if that happened to Adam, they would have rioted and probably hung all the council.
But new guy,
Right.
all bets are off. Yeah.
New person coming in, unknown person.
Well, not unknown if it's Solus.
Right. Solus would probably de facto have the support of his family, and they have de facto support of everyone in the south half of Eden. Ludwig would have Ben Griff would have your back.
Unless Eve told him not to.
Right. Right. So
Yeah. In no way is Ludwig anticipating that he would be the one on the throne.
right.
Um.
I mean, not to say right so dismissively. I'm just saying. I was
Right.
I was using it as an easy example of someone with fewer
Fair
ties.
point. It had been a consideration of who do we have that people actually like.
Yeah, and you have friends in the bronze starters.
Mhm.
Brass probably hates you slightly less than Eve.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure that he's gonna love any of us after he gets home.
I mean, he doesn't seem to hate Sonus.
Yeah, no.
I don't think he hates any of us.
He probably
Right.
actually. Well, yeah, probably.
Like,
Well,
we haven't given him a reason to hate us. We both
He's had
No,
a
I'm
distinctly
just saying.
frictional interaction with Eve.
yeah, and I mean,
Okay,
we
hold
did.
on. I have to
kind
go
of
say hi to my
steal-
second mom really quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did kind of steal out his throne from under him, probably by his eyes,
Mm-hmm.
which may not sit great with him. I don't know, but
Yeah, hard to tell. You could ask his opinion next time you see him.
hey, do you hate us or what?
We good? We good?
He's just got a can of soda that he crushes in his hand.
Yeah.
Do you see this soda? It is what I want to do to your face. We can retcon, right? That Brass is now like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, no. Jesus.
Also, I don't think that Solus feels like we stole it from him.
Right.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, rightfully,
We didn't steal it from him.
yeah, you
This
did.
was
You did the thing.
we
Mhm.
earned it. It was literally he was just like, well, you better get there before I do. And
Yep.
if you're there when I'm there, I'm killing you.
That's not
Like,
what he said exactly.
That's what he said.
No, he said you can scout for me. If you
Yeah.
aren't successful by the time I get there, you're welcome to join me.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, you're
No,
dead.
he's like, if you want to
Anyway.
join, it's mine.
Right, correct.
Right.
You're welcome to join me. Also, the head is mine.
Okay, well, that was
Yeah.
never an option. So
Okay,
to Solus, it was basically death.
sure.
See, I really think we should just make Sonus.
The other thing about the Emperor is they're kind of busy, and they probably wouldn't be able to spend 99% of their time out of town. Under the previous iteration of being Emperor.
Yeah, that's like my whole thing. Is
Yeah.
that like
Right.
out of game, this is giving somebody an opportunity to retire a character if they don't want to continue playing.
Yes. Or temporarily do so, or
Yeah, or temporarily do so if something ends up happening behind the scenes, like.
and mechanically speaking, if like I'm not gonna say this is how the roleplay is gonna shake out, but if someone wants to try to become the Emperor but also keep up being an adventurer, like we can do that, but you're not gonna have a ton of power in Eden. Like that 10-1, but Emperor still wins power is not gonna be a thing that you're gonna be able to flex.
Right.
Like you might
So
become
yeah,
a
so
figurehead,
out of
which
character-
the council would love.
Yeah, I think so. Out of character and character, I think Ludwig's only concern is that Solace, because I know Moto, you had said you were thinking about trying something new.
Well, also, like, the thing is that, like, out of Solace already knows the people.
Yeah,
Of
it makes
Eden.
sense.
He already has, like, a rapport with people, and
And
no one else in the party knows what it's like to be a commoner.
Right.
Like,
I think Ludwig we might get 2 people retired, because I think Ludwig would stay with you if you were going to do that as an advisor. Partly because he thinks he needs to be the kinder side of Solace a little bit.
well, that's, like, the thing is that, like, this is why, like, I was gonna ask you, because, like, you can't have, like, a, you know,
right.
a flippant sociopathic elf who, like,
Correct. Yeah, I think that would need to be a thing. But yeah, okay. Let's.
sorry, so we can go back to
yeah.
character now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you want to retire Solus, Eve could just slit your throat in the middle of the night.
Ah!
That's also another option.
You guys do have other like non-party options as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at least
Yeah, like this is just something that I wanted to get out of the way right now, and then
yeah.
because I didn't want to
Yep.
bring it up in Eden. I just
in
wanted to
front
give
of the
you some time to
council.
think of-
No,
this is
dude.
good.
I feel like no. To be honest, I feel like it would be kind of a cool like D&D moment.
Only
Let it
you
all
would
play
think
out.
that is a cool D&D moment.
Right.
I think anything story related that you get to roleplay is a cool D&D moment.
So yes, correct. Also, I'm not. I feel pretty good about bringing up this early and letting people think about it for a couple of hexes.
Yep.
So back in character,
Yeah.
you've always seen the darkness in me, and you've always seen the light in others. And it's important to me that I have someone who understands that. You don't have to say yes.
Yeah,
I would
let
just think
me
about
think
it.
about it.
We can bring it up with the rest over the
Yeah.
next couple of days.
That sounds good.
Okay, sorry for interrupting your sleep.
That's okay. I think I'll just kind of get up and work on some stuff, maybe. Kind
Okay.
of clear my head, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Roughly what time would you say it is?
A little bit
Or
before you would
give me an
naturally
idea,
wake
so-
up. It's probably
Okay.
like 3 a.m. or something. Depends on when you guys go to bed, kind of. But it's like 6 hours into the watches.
Okay. I'm just trying to think if Sonus would maybe like wake up.
Well, you can decide if you want to wake up.
Yeah, and if you want to hear this conversation, you can always make a perception check.
No, I don't think I care enough about that, but I think
Okay.
Sonus would.
Sonus snores.
Yeah, but I think like as kind of it was ending, Sonus would end up just getting up
Sure, yeah.
and just doing a few things, and I think he would maybe start to talk to Ludwig and like start talking about like the idea of how to achieve the power of being a god, like Sonus is now like actually kind of interested in this idea.
Yeah, sure.
So
Oh yeah. Do you want to actually play through that?
sure. We can.
Yeah.
So Ludwig, as I was sleeping and dreaming, I came up with a few ideas.
Oh, hello. No, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yes, great. What were you thinking?
So I think if we have to figure out some way to make these pamphlets.
Sorry.
Or what would be another word?
No, I love that.
Photoshop. Yeah.
I cast pamphlet.
Yeah.
Um,
Excuse me, have you heard about the good word of the Midwest panel?
Stop.
You guys are going to invent the printing press to get
Hello,
Sonus
this is-
elected god.
This is my cousin, Ludwig Gutenberg.
Vote Midwest Paddle. Vote Midwest Paddle
Oh,
for
this is
God.
like-
20.
oh, come on. Come on,
Year
by the
20 AD.
Yeah. Oh
Come
yeah.
on by the Ludafisk dinner. Meet my good buddy
God.
Ludwig. and-
Oh god, oh no, thank you on the Lutefisk dinner. That's not a way to win an election.
No.
Also,
Yeah,
I
I
need to
think the
actually-
pamphlets are a great idea. You remember the Guardian was talking. She saved a whole village. That's kind of what got her rolling, right? It may be that you just have to keep doing great deeds, like killing the gods, that sort of thing.
Our campaign is now Hercules.
I mean, a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonus would
If that
Go
makes
on,
me
say-
Danny DeVito, I am all in. Total side note.
Yes.
oh no.
If we had this discussion before fighting Salamander, I would have had a "woe is my hair out" moment.
We dance, we smooth, we dance, dance, dance. Are we in
It's
or
not,
we out?
it's not too late to have another fire deity.
It's true.
Yeah,
I can
It's
actually
one
just.
fire.
Oh yeah, it is.
There
open.
might
You can
actually
actually-
be another one.
Right.
Salamander actually crawls out of the chest. The skeleton salamander.
Oh my god, Eve could actually just do the line. Just pull out the skull, set it on fire, take off the fire, and then use it as like a puppet. Anyway.
Yeah, and I think Sonus would talk about trying to just continue to spread like the word of stories and just like being as friendly and charismatic as possible to everyone they meet.
Mhm.
And just like, and none of this is out of like actually wanting to, he's not wanting to do this to be like seen as a god like Salamander and to like rule people. It's literally just out of like, he's now seen what like this idea of being like worshipped can do in terms of like someone's power, and he just wants to be able to do cool stuff.
I do like that it's just want cool stuff, not like want an army and stuff.
See, it's kind of a mix of like, I think in his head he kind of wants to create a, like in his following, it's not just going to be like very one-sided like with Salamander and whatnot. It's kind of gonna be like with what Keth and like the Harpies had, of where it's like he is also helping out these people who,
Yeah.
kind of like a Green Stag or like a Bronze Darters type thing, like where it's a group, but it's like, hey, people actually care about you in this group. So there's the wholesome backing of it as well as just wanting to be able to do cool stuff.
Fair.
Yeah, Ludwig's on board with all of that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I think I just like keep talking about like pamphlets, trying to like spread stories and just do good deeds for people.
I like it.
Okay. I fixed the calendar. It's really important.
I just saw your dude zipping around, like your little
Yeah.
icon, and it was really distracting me while talking.
If I zoom out a lot, it probably jumps around. Oh no, it doesn't. It's actually screen space.
Oh my god, like you're just
Okay, it's fine.
whipping around.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Ludwig's definitely tired, but he's kind of like taking notes as you're talking and throwing out like, oh yeah, but, like
It has to be about the worship kind of thing.
and
Okay.
throwing ideas back and
Question.
forth.
Do we want
Yes.
to... So the new divinities, the lesser spirits, religion or occult?
Depends. I think
Depends,
It
okay.
depends.
Also, what about nature? Because
Uh,
like elemental bloodline is primal, which falls
Oh.
under like the nature magic.
Oh, that's gonna make it complicated. Maybe we shouldn't complicate it. Maybe we should keep it religion.
Well, like I think that the actual formation, like the actual becoming a deity, should be a cult. Like the
Right.
process should be a cult.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair, yeah.
And then kind of once you're established, you're
And-
thinking then
and
it's
rel-
religion.
Yeah, religion
and
is
then
about...
once you have
the set.
established
I like that.
edicts and tenets and like anathema and like domains, these are all things that are related to religion.
Okay. Okay. In that case, Ludwig, give me an occult check.
Oh my god.
I would love to use a hero point to reroll that because that is
Yeah, go for it.
awful.
Go for it.
What is
Oh, no.
going on?
Nice.
Oh no! Alright,
There's
so...
like a rule of hero points in our campaign.
Yeah, really. That
It's
is
actually just the rule of
garbage.
hero points for Ludwig mostly.
Oh my goodness, it's true.
Roll a 2, re-roll it, roll a 3.
Wait,
Can-
hero points aren't
I
supposed to be
have-
+1.
I have one more hero.
So
point.
you... I know I let you do that before, but you can actually only use a hero point
Okay.
once on a roll.
All right.
Can
You can
someone
always
Take my 15
try?
and go home.
You can always wake up Solus.
Well, it's an epiphany thing, so...
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, what if I walked over to Solus and was like, Solus, I have a great idea.
That's-
Is that your aid check?
He
I'm gonna
just
try
got to
aid
sleep.
I think the moment has passed.
Can I try rolling your call? I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah,
know.
you can go for it. You can go for it.
It's
I
not
feel
going to
and I
be.
sent
I
you a
need to get
message.
like.
Oh,
a-
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
everyone sent me messages? Okay.
Okay, I'll sure try. Never mind.
Oof. I
Well-
mean, that's a better roll than what I like just naturally rolled.
Yeah. Technically true. How even? Oh, it's just a +0. You just don't have points in it. Okay.
No, I'm definitely untrained.
So yeah. Nope.
Okay.
So I just don't get to become a.
Right. You
We'll
don't
work on it.
spontaneously
It's
become a god.
long term.
Um,
Yeah.
No, it's
Would he have if he rolled a nat 20?
no. He would not.
No.
Sam.
I would have made you one.
I think yeah, like around this time, I don't know. After like, I guess it's probably a couple hours after this point. Never mind.
Okay, one thing I think Sonus would talk to Ludwig about is like, what does he think exactly? When is like the tipping point for someone actually gaining like powers out of belief? Like, when do we think that happens.
I don't know that we have an exact number.
Yeah, no, but I
But,
think
yeah,
Sonus would just be like, "Oh, what do you think? I mean,"
Yeah.
and I guess like what type of belief or like what amount of belief? Because I mean, Sonus has gone around to random people
Well, I mean,
telling
it's-
stories.
Yeah, it's kind of the nature of belief, right? You could have one person that believes very deeply, or maybe a lot of people that believe a little bit. If you have a whole village that believes very deeply, maybe that's a lot. I don't really know a lot about these things. Maybe Solas does, but I think the problem you're going to have with the stories you've told is that maybe you have a lot of people that believe maybe only very little.
You might be right about that. I think. I wonder how to approach that.
I think we'll just have to see what I think your
I
peddlers
think
are a
you're
good
right,
step.
Ludwig. We need to get them drunker.
That's a interesting idea.
So Sonus would then start laughing and be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. I know that can only help so much."
There's a definite tipping point where it's like, oh yeah, they believe it, and they're unconscious.
Yeah,
And don't
yeah.
remember what I just told them.
Yeah, I think then I'm good to move on. So it's,
Yeah.
like I was just curious, like trying to get Ludwig's opinion on what exactly he thinks the parameters are.
Yeah, I think that's a really good thing to A, we'll talk with Salas, and then B, we have Eden, and like we probably will have access to all kinds of libraries and stuff. There might be something we could research in town too.
Yeah.
Because Ludwig loves libraries.
Yeah.
I think a part of this is like
There's a real big library you could go to.
Sonus is like legitimately interested, and he thinks that there is a chance it could actually be achievable, and he's just like, oh, we've now killed Salamander, like what else do we have to do?
Nothing.
Well, it's like-
also thinking about the fact that like
It's a little
More
like,
of
to
a
still take care
true
of Calvin.
hero.
you know how you are a level 6 character, and you've
Yeah.
gained a bunch of experience to become a level 6 character, but if you kill another level 6 character, you don't just get all of that experience, right?
Yeah.
So killing a god does not necessarily bump you up to being a god.
Yeah, but hold
No,
on.
no.
But
Does
it
Sonus
can
think
hurt.
it might?
Transient
Right, he
prophecy
might.
doesn't work.
He might,
No,
he
he's
might
more,
think.
like he's not looking at it like that. He's more so
Right.
saying like, what like we don't currently have a focus point for like what we're doing, so why not divert like the energy that I have right now and my focus towards. It's essentially like a side project.
Yeah.
He's looking up YouTube videos on how to become a god.
How to God.
Uh-huh.
From How to Basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. No.
There's there's a bunch of videos about like how to god from home. But the first like 17 of them are about like making pearl or bead necklaces and selling them on Etsy.
It's not Etsy, it's Etsy.
Yeah,
What the-
Etsy. Yeah. So, is that that's the morning's conversations? Sounds like kind of all right. Yeah. Some short time after that, Rava starts to wake up. Ooh, spell
What did I
template.
do?
That's a really big AOE.
Oh no.
Careful, guys. If Sonus
A
becomes a
meteor.
god, he's gonna.
That is
Yeah.
Storm of Vengeance, by the way.
Okay.
Dang.
Oh no.
Stop.
You're
No,
on
God.
you're on the wrong page.
We just start nuking everybody.
Great. The
How
token
do I
control
do-
is in the top left. I got him. I took him out. There's
Okay.
like a trash can under the ruler that'll let you dumpster all the spell templates. So yeah, you Rava wakes up a short time after that, followed by kind of the rest of the folks who didn't have a watch. Yeah,
Peasants. They should have bought one.
yeah,
Should have bought a watch.
and then like yeah, Seth and his escort, and you guys can move on if you have no more conversations for the day. You can keep talking while you're walking, of course, but.
Ludwig's gonna take a nap for a lot of the day, just kind of snuggle up with Blevin like is a pillow.
So you guys don't
and
have a
just fall
cart
asleep.
or a horse?
no.
Like Seth has a horse, but like that's it. Everyone else is on foot.
Oh,
Solace
stretching.
puts him in his backpack and then puts the backpack onto Sonus.
Baby Yoda style.
Yes.
Fair.
In that
Okay.
case, Ludwig will snuggle in a backpack with Blevin and fall asleep.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you guys are
Because I
walking.
assume you don't want to be put into a bag of holding.
That would be bad. That would be not
That
ideal.
would end Ludwig's adventure pretty quick.
Yeah, well, that only works if you don't have to breathe air.
Not yet. Someday.
Yeah, I will evolve past these organic limitations. So you guys get to about, you go travel quite a few miles on this road. It's pretty easy traveling, coming down the hills from the mountains. And you get to actually a very familiar stretch of road where you fought with Brining and his fellows before. You're like in that same area. It's kind of like rode through the edge of the forest. You've like come down from out of the hills, and yeah, you see like some piles of kind of like strangely colored earth up ahead alongside the road.
Are they uniform, strangely piled, or strangely colored piles?
They are similarly colored to each other.
No, like,
They're all about the same size, yes.
do they look like they could have a body in them?
Give me a perception check.
I would love to give you a perception check.
Yeah, they seem to be about like the mass of a person.
Tombs, you think?
And I guess at that, let's see. Does everyone want to give me a perception check real quick?
Another? Or
You're fine with yours.
I think Ludwig is still out, so he'll just hang out
Okay,
for
yeah.
now.
Okay.
My
Eve
rolls
sees
are
everything.
awful.
Eve sees quite a bit. So like, Solus. Eve, you see this first. There's like a rock, like a little rock, probably less than palm sized, like on top of each of these piles. And you see this from a ways away.
Okay.
Like 40, 50 feet. Solus, you would have to you'll see the same thing, but it'll be like within 20 feet.
So just like a tiny little pebble?
Yeah. Maybe like, I don't know, the size of like those eraser bricks.
Have I seen like rocks that look like this before?
You've probably seen a lot of rocks this size.
It's really
just, like-
helpful.
I'm gonna just point out the group, be like, I wonder what that is over there. Those are some strange-looking piles of dirt.
Yeah.
They're actually probably closer to sand colored.
Yeah, she still says dirt.
Okay, that's fine.
You think there are dead people buried in there? I wasn't aware that maybe some travelers died on the way here.
Eve shrugs. Who knows?
I mean, I'm curious, but it's awful rude to dig up a body.
And Eve, you can go ahead and give me an Arcana check to see if you like recognize these pebbles. Yeah, they're
Wow,
super
holy
duper the cores
shit.
from the sand golems that you fought in session 1.
I'm gonna like, I'm gonna hold the part, like put my hand up, and just slowly like draw one of my daggers with the other hand.
And there are 8 of these. Well, yeah, there's about 8 of these spots.
I'm gonna like look around to see if I see anybody in the area.
We can just keep that perception check. You don't see anyone around now, but it's like, you know, it's forested. There's a lot of places to hide.
Ludwig,
Uh,
do you remember those what did you call them? Golas?
are you talking about the synthetic creatures? The golems?
Yes, golems, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I think Seth and his escort. Are you guys like ahead or behind them?
I think they're probably Eve has probably just been like, she's been like pretty roguelike for most of the campaign. She's like a fucking 8-year-old girl again when Seth is around.
Okay.
Basically just like, and then I stabbed him in the face, and oh, you should have seen it.
I'd like that. Okay.
It's like an 8-year-old child like telling stories, except they're very gruesome.
I see. Yeah, so he stopped like pretty quickly when you changed subject and stopped and started talking to the party. So
Yeah, so do you remember those stones that fell out of the golems after we defeated them? Yeah, there's a bunch of them sitting on those piles of, I don't know, golem-colored material. Probably nothing to worry about, right?
What? No, okay, that's bad.
Yes, I know, I was sarcasm.
Okay,
Robert, that's what we call sarcasm.
oh. I've been trying to figure it out. It's very hard to distinguish from your regular speech pattern.
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, that's real bad. How many are there?
Eve's like counting on like, I think there's 8. That's correct, GM.
Yeah.
This is very worrying because they could either be here for us or just generally.
Well, I was looking around to see if I could see anybody pulling the strings, but I can't spot anything. And I mean, the sun's perfect today. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to spot somebody right about now.
Yeah, I think let's just go out of our way and not deal with this for now.
Well, weren't you interested in getting some more of these cores?
Not when we're holding, the head that makes us the king. It's just a priority issue.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are these things kind of grouped together by any chance?
They're all within like 30 feet of each other, but they're a little spread out.
Okay, Ludwig will have the Wand of Darkness kind of ready and aimed if they start popping up.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. How wide do you guys go? Like, it sounded like you're trying to circumvent them?
that would be Ludwig's suggestion.
Well, it mostly seems like they're inert, right?
It seems like a trap. And let me tell you, I know traps.
Eve raises an eyebrow.
Not like that. Don't be dirty.
Dirty? I wasn't. You're the one who made it dirty.
True, though.
Yeah, I guess.
I hate this.
Would we want to keep them out of sight, or would we try and keep them in sight and just skirt around?
Can we send our escort first?
I'll put Jimmy up front to take the first hail of bullets.
Are they wearing red shirts today? Is the real
Yeah.
question.
We don't sacrifice people
It's not a sacrifice. We're right here. We're gonna save them.
Okay, see, this is, kind of what I'm worried about.
Okay, we'll go around them. Just seems very, very strange that they would just be out here.
Ludwig, do you have a rock or something that I could throw at one of these? Maybe we'll see. I mean,
Ludwig looks
Solus
down
just
at
like leans
stone
down
path. Yeah.
onto the ground and just grabs a rock.
Wait, don't alert them. Let's just go around.
well, hold on now. You did want to study that other creature that other synthetic creature that we picked up.
Priorities.
No. Hold on. Just hear me out. And if after everything I say you disagree, then we can go around them. How about we see if we can?
That rock, aren't you?
No. How about we just see if we can trigger one of them? And if they all activate, we just run away.
Ludwig looks back and forth between you two.
I get the feeling I'm not winning this one.
Is
You could
Sonus
Well,
Why?
Solus already agreed that we should like. Solus just doesn't like to like argue with Ludwig because it's never worth it. Because like Ludwig just always says run away.
That is
So,
accurate.
Sonus is now
like,
aware of the
Solus
saying.
now realizes the only way to get Ludwig to not run away is to literally
Literally what?
it's a literally like fight, like make it
Just
so
kick
that
it off.
Ludwig
Yeah.
has to do like has to fight because otherwise Ludwig will always choose to run away.
I mean, yeah.
Hey man, he's playing the Nuzlocke challenge.
And that's totally fine.
Even though because I failed my perception
I made a
check,
mistake.
but Sonus is now aware of the sand golems, right? Like
Yeah.
because,
They're talking about it right
Yeah,
next to you.
we'll
You're
work
fine.
it out.
I'm no science guy or anything. Oh my god.
All right, Bill Nye.
Oh jeez. But what if we hit it with some lightning?
Yeah, actually, that would at least inert them, I would think. Like, you're thinking fuse it into glass.
I believe so. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I guess we could try that. Yeah, let's just try to get the ones that's furthest away if we're going to do this. Also, we should let our friends with us know, because it would be rude for us to kill them by, starting a fight.
Yeah, Sonus would shout up ahead of them and be like, "Hey guys!"
Oh, they're
They
standing
got-
right next to you.
Oh, okay. I was just going off what like Ludwig was saying.
Yeah, he definitely would say that. They still shout though.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
Hey guys.
we're right here.
Yeah, and he would just ask that they like stand back. How far are they? Would you say
The
the golems?
yeah. So they're about like 35 feet from one of the. They're like 40 feet from you.
Let me look at a few spells.
Okay.
Alternatively, I could try and freeze the cores from all the way back there. And Eve points like all the way back. I guess towards
Yeah.
like a tree or something.
Yeah.
I think actually that's not a bad idea. Is if we're going to fire, get ready for all of them to like pop up and go, uh-oh, cause I think if I remember right, there is kind of like a linkage between them. Like someone could pop in between them, so if one of them is aware, the rest might be too.
I still don't see anyone pulling the strings though. That's a little
Could-
disappointing.
It could be from afar.
Could
I
Sonus
think-
get within 20 feet? Like,
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can
I
walk
mean,
up. You can do whatever you want.
yeah, I think Sonus would just like as everyone's talking, be like, "I'll be right back,"
Okay.
and would kind of just like he would try and be quiet, but like he would just try and get within 20 feet of one of them.
Okay.
And
Give me a stealth check.
okay.
Okay, what were you gonna do?
Yeah, so Sonus is gonna walk up within 20 feet. And was Ludwig saying to hit the furthest one back?
No, he would be saying if you're gonna hit one that's kind of apart
Like
from the others.
separated?
just-
Yeah.
a little bit. So
Okay.
whatever one's off to the side. While you're doing that, he is gonna whisper to Blevin and kind of send him up in the air. So Blevin's
yeah.
just hovering there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Sonus is going to use Deadly Spark.
Okay. Oh yeah. Cool.
Which-
So that's like
which-
the glove ability, right?
Yeah, which
Okay.
is DC, or it's a basic reflex save.
It's automatically gonna fail its reflex save, so you can do.
Okay.
By the way, it does 2d12 damage now.
Oh, it does
'Cause
2d12
you-
now?
Yeah, you hit level 6. So
Oh, cool. Let me
upgrade
edit
that damage.
real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. But yeah.
Will I have to re-roll it, or will it roll the appropriate?
When you hit damage, it'll probably grab the appropriate one.
Okay.
And everyone just go ahead and roll initiative.
Is there token initiative?
Let's just say
Where is initiative?
different damage.
Oh,
Is it just
sorry. Yeah,
perception?
I need to move you guys to the road though. Lol. Okay, here you go.
Oh, it's fine. Let me re-roll my thing.
You want to re-roll the damage? Okay. Can you use hero points for damage rolls?
No, just
Oh, well
D20s.
then no.
No.
Then that's not okay.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Why
Right,
am I
so-
so far up?
I think.
You
How
can
does the
move
tracker
yourselves
work?
around a little bit.
How do you move your?
So the
So-
tracker is
Oh.
Oh yeah, how
why-
do you move your character?
Why is my token not?
Do you not own your tokens again? This was set up from before, so once we set it up once, you shouldn't have to do it again. Represented actor is... Oh, here. Let me just... Here, I'm going to delete everyone, and you can remove... You can remove all your stuff in a moment.
Oh my god, that's a lot of sand golems.
It's 8.
8? Yeah. I'm sure that's all there are. We're fine.
So let me just drag Eve back out here. Solus. Sonus is the one I meant to drag up. And...
Yeah, maybe I should get the shifting sand, and you know they're currently just in pauses.
Oh, why? Sonus is upside down. I forgot. I righted you.
I add to the combat tracker.
So yeah, now I have to. Let's see. I have to remove these ones, and then they're gone. So if you right-click yourself, there's a toggle combat state on the bottom right.
Ah,
And you click that to add yourself to the combat.
nice.
Bottom right? I don't see it.
It's
So
the
if you
little
right-click-
shield with swords.
Yeah, you right-click your token to like target it,
Okay.
and then
Oh.
the bottom right is yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
see.
And then
Did you? Did mine roll?
you like click the little roll button, and it'll roll your initiative. The zoom.
Yeah. Holy cow.
What little roll?
I guess. Yeah.
Because it's perception. You roll it, and then you can right click. Is that right?
Yeah.
It's got the little fist that you can click in the chat to set your initiative.
Yeah.
You haven't added this token to the combat tracker.
So that's where you gotta right click on the token and get
Yeah.
the little shield sword thing.
How do you? How do you roll?
see.
still
Okay.
don't.
So
It's your perception.
Just click perception.
yeah. And also there, you guys see the combat tracker tab on the upper right, the fist. You should be able to kind of see everything. Or why is everything still invisible? Okay, hold on. It's a little weird.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
I don't like seeing that.
Okay. And then I think
Never saw it.
I can just hit roll NPCs, and it'll roll all the NPCs. Although the green ones are going to be real bad because I don't actually have their actual stats in. So they're just going to go at the end of the round, and we're going to ignore their rolls. Okay. Okay.
Rava has 0 dex. Excuse me?
Like I said, they don't have their actual stats in.
Oh, okay.
So.
Wow, Rob was a pussy.
Uh-huh. Okay. I'll be modifying. Warhorse doesn't need initiative. That's fine. Get out of here. So we'll start with. So Sonus, you got your like free turn action thing to zap, and then
I'm about
These-
to get ruined.
so how much damage did it do?
We can re-roll it if we can't find it. Just kidding.
It was 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't one-shot this or anything, but it's, you zap it. And then they all start to swirl. Like the sand starts to swirl and from the ground up start to form these like humanoid shapes. And yeah, I think so it'll be Ludwig's turn as these things are forming. And in the very back, this middle one, once it's finished forming, Ludwig,
The one in the back, kind of the
Yeah.
Polish one. Yep.
like I guess the whole party sees this, but the back middle one, once they're all formed, it's kind of the same situation where they don't have a mouth and they have kind of like these outlines for eyes. But then this back middle one, you see his eyes kind of flash, and he's got like, it's got human eyes in the place of those outlines.
Oh.
And he like looks between the party. I know, there's a lot of human eyes on not human things. But yeah,
like
he's
it.
like surveying the party. And he first, and then all the other sand golems, he like reaches down and grabs like on either side of his stomach basically, and like pulls sand out. And the sand like kind of vibrates a bit, and then forms into like these glass daggers. And then all the other sand golems do the same.
Is that a new trick?
It's a bit of a new trick.
Oh boy. It's unfair.
I want to make cool sand daggers too.
I was trying to blast them to make them glass, not, they shouldn't
No,
already have glass.
Yeah, the one that you blasted has a little like glass patch on one of its legs, so.
Dang. You got him good.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, Ludwig, it is your turn. Let me see.
Oh boy, they're too far out to do much. Ludwig is going to
Oh, sick. Okay.
double, like, one hand at each side of his bandolier, pop out a juggernaut leech that
Oh.
latches onto his arm and bulks him up, and a potion, a clear-looking bottle that he downs and vanishes, and you hear scampering as he
Runs away.
Use your
Runs
scamper in the
back.
opposite direction of the
Okay.
enemies.
And yeah, once you
actually,
measure
he's
out,
gonna run there. Okay, so I've measured out.
yeah, you can hit spacebar to just execute your move.
Juicy. Oh, that's too much though because Ludwig's not that fast.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll scamper over there.
Cool. This upper left sand golem, he's gonna run up to you, Sonus, since you were in front, as seems to be the case frequently.
Even though I'm pretty sure I have the least HP.
He's gonna run up, and I need these. Oh, I can just double click on it. I forget. Yeah. Okay. This is where I kind of feel like this is pretty slick.
Ludwig
Oh.
calls you for a reason.
Lol.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So you take.
Hell yeah, baby.
Oh, it's supposed to be plus. Hold on. I'm sorry. I need to edit this. But you take like. I believe it's. Okay, so 1d4 plus. I want to say 2. Yeah. So 10 slashing damage. Not. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So I'm not like entirely ruined
Correct. Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Do you need like? All right. I'm sorry. I'm not a player. for like the crit effect for weapons, you need special feats for that, right?
Yes.
Not feats. You need the. I mean, I think there are feats that give it to you, but you need to have the specialization.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
so
Okay.
if you're a martial class, you usually get it by level 5.
Okay.
Some creatures do get it though.
Yeah, I don't think these guys do, but well. Sorry.
You can just make it so the enemies always have weapon specialization. I don't really mind.
Yeah, I think what'll happen here is give me a fortitude save. Like they just actually have.
Me?
Yeah. So to be clear, this isn't the weapon specialization thing, but
Got a 30.
yeah, you're fine then. So like you get this cut and you look, he like slashes at your arm. You look at it and it's like this paper thin cut and like a little bit of blood comes down from it, but you're not, yeah, you're okay. Like, ooh, that could have nicked something. These don't slice. These don't inflict massive damage, but they slice deep in thin cuts.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess he's attacking again too. So.
Oh my god.
Is that a hit?
No, I think it's one under my.
Oh, your AC. Okay, sure.
Also, is this?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Solus.
You have to work it harder.
Hmm?
Make it better.
I was like, where the hell did my character sheet go? So I do this. Cast True Strike. And I shoot this man with a Hellfire arrow. Or this
Okay.
one in the back.
Gotcha. Yeah. That is a hit.
Okay, I will do the 26.
Okay, so he takes 7 damage. You said it was a Hellfire arrow, so he takes. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so he takes 19 damage. Yeah, that just like glasses a ton of the sand on him. Yeah, good job. It like blows away a bunch of his body.
That's my turn.
Okay. Then I guess the sand golems have a bunch of turns. It is this one in the back. I think let's see how far can they move. Yeah. Can't move there. He can move there. So Solus, you blast him with that, and he like looks down at his side. And he reacts a little bit more than you. It's been a while since you fought these, I guess. But like the first time you fought these sand golems, they just kind of took hits and didn't react. This one like looked down and then looked back at you, and yeah, he like ran right on up. It's running right on up, using 2 moves. And I don't have this worked out yet, but this is going to be at a +2. Which doesn't matter. It's a 15.
You're lucky that is not a critical fail.
Yeah. So he like runs forward, charges you, and try to like viciously stab at you. Like lunges at you and just misses. And he almost seems off balance, which again is a little bit counter to like the very precise, like kind of mechanical movements of the others. And then, yep, sorry. These ones will just, let's see, 1, 2, 3, okay. These guys are gonna run up, and we're gonna just get 3 slashing attacks on these soldiers.
Sorry, I stepped away for a second, so I don't know if I got attacked.
Nope.
You did not.
Oh my god!
No.
Okay,
What?
so just, these 2 soldiers are just unconscious. They get like stabbed and they they just go down.
This is why Dylan wanted to use Foundry.
Uh-huh. You got it.
They're not even dogs.
Yeah, I know.
You guys have been doing too well on Roll20.
We had to
I
expand.
just switched to Foundry for the golems.
Yeah.
What do you mean they killed a god? Get him on Foundry fast.
I also can't see the turn tracker.
It's under the
It's
fist
a
icon
tab.
in the upper right.
Yeah, it's a different tab.
Oh, I see it.
It's not a good unconscious icon. I need to import some icon sets. Okay. So yeah, these two front ones are down, and Seth's eyes go wide, and then narrow in anger, and he draws his sword. He's gonna. When it's his turn, he's gonna hop down in front of his horse and swing out with some damage. But Eve, it is your turn.
All right. With my new feat, everything is technically flanked if one of my allies is within melee reach.
Yeah.
Which is
that-
sick. All right.
Yeah, that applies to these two right now. It doesn't apply to these two because those guys are unconscious. But yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just click on? Oh, that's a slight. All right. I'm sorry. I'm just getting used to the interface, and I like it.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Seth and be like, I got this. I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
I don't know if that provokes any attacks opportunity, but if it does, whatever.
I think it. So this is a point of. Yeah, the one that is standing in front of Solus does
I was like, this guy
Yeah,
is
he-
son of man. He's not this.
he turns and takes a swing at you as you run by. But
Oh, that's fine.
which way around do you go? Kind of Solus's right.
Yeah, basically. I go down like this and over.
Okay. So he's the only one that would have the option anyway. So again, this is at a +2. I'm sorry I haven't modified it yet. But,
Yep.
It's okay. That's just another
Broken.
Okay.
third natural 20.
Yes. Yeah. He
That's
seems
3
pretty
in
good.
a row.
That's fine.
What is happening?
I don't know. Actually,
It's not good, I'll tell you that.
I don't know how to add like a +2 to this. Okay, this damage is also at a +2 and then doubled. So, 8 damage, and give me a Fortitude save.
All right. I wish I could actually just drag those out, but I don't think you can do that. Give me 1 second.
I think you can. I'll work on it later. We'll get some of these macros and stuff.
What do I
like that.
get? 20?
Yeah. Okay. You are also okay. So he like cuts at you with these glass daggers, and it like shears through. Do you wear leather armor?
Yes.
Yeah, it shears like through some of the leather armor like it's nothing, and then like gashes at your side, but doesn't cause any profuse bleeding. But you think there's a bit of a paper cutty feeling. You're like, ouch, and it lingers. The pain lingers real bad, even though you've taken much worse hits than that before. Go ahead.
How much damage have I taken?
That's 8 total.
Okay. The number doesn't stay on the screen, which is kind of weird.
Really? Oh, it's in the chat log, but yeah, you'd have to move away from the combat tracker, I guess.
All right.
Oh, if you right-click the combat tracker, it pops out.
Ooh.
I just discovered that. Did I not hit begin combat? I don't know what that does, so I'm scared to press it now.
Okay. I'm gonna quick draw the rapier
Okay.
and hit the one right here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you strike it.
That's actually at a +2.
Yeah. You don't crit, but yeah. So you strike it.
All right. And that's also 2d6. Wait, I can't. There we go. That was weird. So I deal 13 to it.
Okay. It falls apart. Yeah. Yep. So like you slash at it, and it like kind of grabs it where you slash and looks down, and as it does, it just, again the sand structure falls apart and lands in a pile on the ground.
Okay. And then I have one more action. I'm going to stab this golem with a dagger, with the explicative thing that I drew earlier.
Yeah.
This is at a -4.
Okay. That is a hit.
Cool.
9 damage. All right. Wait. Just 9? Yep.
Yeah, just 9. It's a dagger.
Yep. All right.
That's it.
Okay. So then this guy, Eve, he's gonna move up to you.
That crit fails.
Yep. All right. So he like swipes with the dagger in like his right hand, and like I think it snags on your leather, and then kind of drops it and it goes clattering away. And it was both of his actions to move up and attack. So he's still holding one dagger in his left hand, but has no more actions to strike.
Is the dagger still there, or did it like dematerialize?
Yeah, it's still there.
All right, cool.
Okay, and then yeah. Sonus, the one that you zapped, is going to move up to the other side of you. Flanking. So, flanking is just a +2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a 29.
Ooh, God. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Again, this is at a +2, so 4 damage.
Oh, cool.
And I think he gets another strike. I don't think that was more than 25 feet, so... Oh, what was that?
what?
Just accidental?
Yeah. I don't know.
And then
why.
23 for the second strike. Is that a hit? Oh, and I guess... Yeah, go ahead.
You said 23 for the second strike?
Yep.
Yeah, that matches my AC.
Okay. Go ahead and make me 242.
I take
saves.
1 damage.
You take 3 damage. Sorry, that's also
Oh,
at a
yeah.
+2.
And you said 2 fortitude saves? Or
Yeah.
just 1?
2.
Ooh, rough.
Okay, so you don't need to make the second one then. You just take
But the second-
1d6 bleed damage.
Do
Do
I
you
roll
take-
the-
I'm sorry, I ask this like every time. Persistent damage. Does it happen immediately or just at the end of
On your turn.
On your turn. So
It happens
Oh
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning of your turn, and then you can roll to save.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or no, I'm sorry. You take it at the end of your turn, then you roll to save to see if it continues.
okay, gotcha. So at the end of your turn, you are bleeding. At the end of your turn, you will roll a save to see if you can get rid of this.
Okay.
And
You'll
it is-
automatically take the first tick, and then
Yes.
like you'll save to see if you're still bleeding next turn.
There is the. All right. Oh wow, it has a self message when I add persistent damage. Okay. So yeah, go ahead. It is your turn then.
Okay. Sonus is going to aim a fireball or an airball right. I just had it. Right here, where the start of this is. I don't know how to ping.
Sorry.
Right.
Do it again. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna hit these. Cool.
Sure. Yeah. Very neat.
Yeah.
Baller. Do it. And they have to make reflex saves.
Yes, I believe so. Let
Okay.
me-
1, 2, 3, 4. And let me know what the DC is.
DC is 22.
Okay.
Holy
So
cow.
3 of them take half damage, and one of them takes. The third one, the one in front of Eve, the one that stabbed Eve, takes full.
Okay, so
Oh, I fixed the character sheet, I think.
yeah, so let me.
Oh no, I didn't yet.
It seems kind of weird being
I
able
did.
to like kind of place these however.
Oh, like on. Okay. Like in between tiles? Yeah, that's a little weird. Probably centered on tiles would be the move. Okay, so 12
Also,
damage.
I didn't have a good picture for that, so
Oh wait. So wait, which ones were you hitting? You said you could hit 4?
I could hit 3. I could
3.
hit the
Okay,
one.
I rolled an extra one. Is all. Okay.
I could hit.
This one. Okay, so the one by you is the one that saved. Or takes full damage, rather, not
Oh.
saved. The opposite of saved.
Say, I thought you were able to hit all of them with that circle you drew. But
Oh,
I wasn't able to hit this one. Anything outside of 25 or anything outside 20, because I was also trying not to hit Eve.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I hit these 3.
Okay. Got you. So it's this. Yeah, so that one took full. This one takes 12. And this one takes 12. Okay.
Um,
And you still have an
and
action, right?
Yeah, Sonus is gonna swing with the paddle.
Okay. Do it up.
And it's going to have the spell weapon on it.
Baller. Cool. Which one are you swinging at? They're both injured.
Oh,
This one very grievously. Like, you blasted it, the flame hit its back, and it's just like... It's basically half glass now, very brittle.
the air.
But yeah, right. Sorry, it's not. Yeah, a bunch of its sand body was blown away with your airball. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, usually airballs are bad, man.
Yeah.
And the one behind me is the one behind me the one I initially hit with my.
Yeah, with the zap. Yep. So the one behind you is like low. It's looking a little injured.
Okay.
But the
I
other
think
one's
I'm just
literally
gonna-
falling apart.
I think I'll just swing at the one in front of me.
Okay, sure.
And isn't there a way I can select the sand golem and then attack?
Yeah.
And it'll.
So if you right click it and then the bottom left icon is will like target it. I don't know how any of that works yet, other than I can get you to apply the damage instead of me having to do it.
It's not. Oh wait, 1 minute.
You have to. So when you're in the thing, you have to change the token marker. Do you see like the measurement right above it is like a target?
Oh.
Yeah, you have to select the token. Although I think
It's-
right-clicking it lets you select it no matter what mode you're in.
I'm right clicking and I'm not seeing any options. Like nothing is.
Or if you
Hmm,
left click
okay.
it, it turns it into a target on that circle one.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. Oh, the targeting
Oh.
option. That I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I just swing. I'll do the attack.
Okay. That is a hit. Its AC is 19.
And then damage.
Yeah.
And
So
and
that
that's also plus the
yeah.
1d6, which is it the same command as Roll20, the slash roll?
I think so. Yes. But it didn't. Okay, yeah. Weird that it. Yeah. Okay. And then like you can apply the damage. So there's like a little sun icon, a little spark, a strike icon on your message. I think you can click it to apply full damage to target.
Okay. You haven't targeted a token.
Do you not have like the crosshairs around the?
I do,
Oh, okay.
but it like when I right click
Well-
it, I don't get anything.
Okay. Yeah, we'll
Wonder if
figure it
it's
out.
Because combat has not started.
That
quote
could
unquote.
totally be. Let me try to apply it. Oh, I applied it to Sonus. Can you?
Oh god.
Sonus is getting killed by
I
everything.
was at 42, I think.
He punched himself in his confusion.
Okay,
In
I was
your
able to
anger,
apply it. I think it's.
You have killed yourself.
I think it might have something to do with permissions. So we'll have to work on it.
Well, it might also just be that you just add everything to the tracker. Then when you start combat, it rolls everything automatic.
That could be. Yeah. We'll try it again on the next
Yes.
combat because I don't
So
want
he
to.
takes
I don't want to reset it.
18.
Yeah, he falls. So you slash through him, and like the air effect on it just like blows a bunch of the sand away, and you see like his basically just his legs fall to a pile of sand on the ground, and then like the core plops into the center. And that one is also dead. So
Okay, sweet.
oops, I didn't mean to close that. All right. And then, yeah, it is, I guess, this last column's turn down here. You must... Seeing an opening. where his ally just died. He runs up, stands on the sand pile, and he's going to take a slash at you. That is a 30 because of the flanking bonus. Which I think is just a
Gross.
regular hit. Yeah?
Yeah, it's just regular.
Okay. Again, this is at a +2. It didn't. Alright. So 3 damage.
Didn't you say he was dead?
I said the one that was down here moved up to you and stood on his
Oh.
dead ally's body.
Okay. I've now taken the.
Okay. And you... Oh, yeah. So end of your turn, you take that 1d6 damage, by the way. I'll roll that. And give me another fortitude save. You take 1 bleed damage. And then you're fine. After that, you are no longer bleeding.
Nice.
So. Okay, and then it is a bunch of NPCs' turns. The first 2 are on the ground, unconscious. The other ones move up. And they're just both going to roll. They're not particularly skilled. They're probably about as skilled as these golems, actually. So they roll +9 and miss, +9 and miss. They both have another one, so. The one on the left critically fails. Like, his sword gets, like, stuck in the sand golem without doing any damage. The second one hits, and he'll do 7 damage. So then, let's see, can Esset get anywhere? Oh yeah. As it runs up, kind of shoulders through these guys. Dealing 12 damage. And then Rava, like, flies forward and doesn't even... She'll go ahead and make an attack roll, but she doesn't actually, like, attack. She just tries to grab onto the shoulders of one. Yeah, so she grabs one of these golems and then just starts flying straight upward.
Izuna drop.
And,
Do the thing.
yeah. Eve, Seth is Seth a paladin or a fighter?
I mean, you can decide.
Okay, I think.
I kind of envisioned him as like, kind of like a fighter who, not like a spellblade, but like, you know, a fighter like me who can also like have innate sorcerer abilities.
Sure. So I think he, like, kind of hops down off the horse for a free action and using his primal spell list casts like a very simple cure on both of these guys. Just level 1 heal to, like, heal them up. Oh, I was targeting the wrong person, but that's fine. So they're both, like, conscious and on the ground, but yeah. So yeah, and then it'll go back up to the top, and Ludwig, it's your turn.
Alright, still invisible. Ludwig is gonna make tracks over to this pile. Oop,
Okay.
should hit space. Can he see the core in it?
Yeah, easily.
Okay, is it look like it's dead and deactivated?
Yeah, I would say it looks drained, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the effect of doing damage on something like this, it's like the core is trying to hold it together, and it's like draining its energy to keep the form of something increasingly unstable.
Yeah, he's gonna yoink that technical term and just pop it into his pocket, and then he will heal up this soldier next to him a little bit more.
Oh, and one thing at the top of initiative, I should have put this in so I would remember, but technically just before you did that, you can choose whether to notice or not. Let's see. I think this sand golem, so Sonus, the one that ran up to you, again its eyes flash, and there are those like human. You're real close, so you can see that they're like human brown eyes are like looking at you. And again, he kind of like glances around and like figures out where he is, and then he holds up his daggers.
So his eyes went from being like different, not human, to
Yeah, they're just like outlines of eye sockets to like human eyes.
Is Sonus feeling that like elemental thing?
Yes. I said you felt that in the first session, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
feel
just-
that a bit, yeah. Yeah. It's like a little fuzzy, especially when he jumps in. Suddenly it's just like, there's like a jolt of just, ugh.
Okay.
Whereas you like tense up, the hair stands up on the back of your neck, you feel like that staticky, like wire brush feeling all over your skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ludwig, did you have more to do on your turn? Sorry, I kind of interrupted. You run over,
no,
pick that
that's
up.
okay. I wanted to treat wounds on this guy
Oh,
right
yeah.
next to me.
Cool,
While
totally
I'm
fine.
Still invisible. Gotta remember where everything is. There's skills. Right, that is a critical success for 4d8. Is there a good way to roll a bunch of dice, or do I just?
Yeah, you can just do a slash roll.
Okay.
Same as roll 20.
I wasn't sure if they had like a cheat sheet. All right, he has 28 back. And then seeing that body appear, I think he'd try and like yell at it.
What are you here for?
I think he,
Unlikely to work, but
yeah. Go, give me like a, I don't know, diplomacy check, I guess? So he looks at you and like just motions, like takes the dagger and motions like, you know, the cutting across his neck motion.
Oh,
That's all you get.
well, I guess he's here for all of us.
And then Solus, it'll be your turn.
Why did I click on character sheet, huh? Because I don't use my brain.
If you double click on your token, it should bring it back up.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, baller.
I'm gonna shoot this one.
Okay.
That is a. I could theoretically make this 2 actions and make it a 19.
Oh, okay.
Or- No. Actually, that's just a miss.
Okay, sure.
'Cause it's
Yeah.
17 plus 1 is 18.
And you pick something up and you send it flying at one of the golems, and it just like sticks in them and doesn't do any actual damage. But it's now sticking out of the sand. All right. So then, yeah, this one. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot of movement. Okay, so Eve, he's gonna hop over and he's gonna slice at you. Here. That's a miss.
Do I want to make a crit fail? Sure, I'll dodge. He crit fails.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for some severity here. If it's like, yeah, we'll just see. Okay. So yeah, he like slices at you, and the slice continues on. And maybe it's more of like a stab. It's like a backhanded stab, right? And he tries to go for you. You dodge, and it just sticks in his ally's chest for full damage. So
Nice.
the guy next to him takes 3. Sand doesn't bleed, so that is irrelevant. And then he'll take his other weapon and try to slice at you again. I guess it's not -5. I need to adjust that, but it's minus. It's what is it? Agile? No,
-4. Yeah.
finesse. Yeah, so it's -4, but still.
Finesse is not -5. Just agile.
Oh, okay,
Finesse just means you can use dex for attack.
right.
not damage.
It's a dagger, so I believe that's both.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So it's -4 instead. Is that
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that does hit.
Okay.
Barely.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a Fortitude save. That'll be 5 damage.
All right. Fortitude.
Okay, you're fine on the bleed damage.
And I take a total of how much?
Just 5.
5. Got it. So 61.
Well, let me. There we go. Okay, got it off. Okay. Second golem. He's a little bit surrounded. He's gonna just slash at Esset. And miss. And miss. So. And then hit by technicality. So rolls 6 damage on Esset. Let's see, there's that one. There's this one is in the air. This one's gonna struggle to get out of the Harpy's grip. It's just gonna be. He's not particularly skilled at, acrobatics, so. I think it's just his dex, right? Yeah. Does not succeed. Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead, Eve.
Alright. Rava is like, how far in the air is Rava?
30 feet.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna twin feint the one right here. Cool, that pings.
Yeah.
Rapier. Attack.
That is a
That's
hit.
a 20. That's a 24. Yeah. All right. Damage.
Okay.
14.
That's the one straight below you?
Yeah.
Okay. He falls apart.
This big green aura is actually Inspire Courage.
Faller.
Nice. All right. So I guess with my dagger strike, I'm gonna go after this guy.
Okay.
I should have made that clear earlier, but I just assumed.
That's at a minus. Well, I guess it's not the same target.
Mhm.
So that's only a 23.
It is a hit regardless.
10.
10. Okay. Yeah, you slash at it.
11.
11. Yeah. And like that's with the jade thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though the acid's not activated, I think it leaves like a line of acid in like the chest of this sand golem, and it's like sand just starts kind of falling off of it from all sides, and it is barely holding together.
I dig it.
Yeah. Is that? Do you have more actions?
I'll just do one more dagger attack on him.
Okay.
This is at a -7.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hero point that.
All right. So yeah, you like lose grip of your dagger, and it falls just on the ground. You'll be able to pick it up
That's
next
it.
turn. Yeah. All right. So the sand golem behind you. Behind you, Sonus. He's going to slice at you. Again, this is at a +2. It's a 23.
Matches.
Okay. So that's 3 damage. And go ahead and make a fort save for me.
Okay. What is the fort save?
Okay, you have bleeding again.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. So yeah, and then he'll take another slice, which is a miss. It's a 14. Yeah, sorry. These are not quite correct. And I think, wait, hold on. Was this one that dropped a dagger? It's fine. And that is a minus. Okay, that's a 21.
That is still a miss. The
Okay.
last two were definitely still
All right.
misses.
So he swipes at you, gets you good once, and then miss. And then it's your turn.
Okay, is the golem in front of me still alive?
Yeah, the golem. There's a pile of sand on the ground, and then there's the golem with human eyes, standing on that corpse.
Gotta kill it.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of those human eyes.
Hold on, I gotta.
Also, good music.
Agree.
so good. Sonus is going to. Let me just take a look here. Move. Oh, whoops. Right here.
Okay.
And is going to.
Let's see, where'd you move? How far do you move?
10 feet, I think, roughly.
Okay, so he does take an attack of opportunity on that. Give me 1 sec.
Well, do you need both of your actions?
I do, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say you could step.
Yeah. I wish I could just use haste, but I need.
So here's the strike. I was on the wrong token, but that's a 20. That's a miss, right?
Yep.
Oh, I guess it's a 22 because this is the eyes golem.
Still a miss.
Okay, cool. He misses, but slightly more narrow. Okay, go ahead.
Oops. I was just trying to figure out how to turn my dude.
Notably, the
Oh, wrong.
Sonus writhes on the ground.
yeah,
Yeah, so this is gonna flip around
this bleed damage. Sorry.
and then just shoot an air bolt right behind.
Oh.
going this way.
Okay, yeah. Rate your reflex saves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is going to be at a +2.
Is that applying the +2?
That is not. So that's a 23.
Yeah, so that beats my.
And the other one rolled 24. So they both take half.
Yeah. So.
So it's. Oh, yeah. 23 damage. So they both take 11.
Yeah.
I think the one in the back gets like blown away by this air bolt. So the front one like kind of dodges, and like only a chunk gets taken out of its side, and then the one in the back just like gets obliterated by it. Even though it like gets out of the way, the wind is enough to just blow the sand particles just clean off of the stone, and it falls to the ground.
Okay. Cool.
And then yeah, Eyeboy turns right around,
Oh no.
slices at you. These are at +2. I'm sorry, I'm turning the wrong one again. So that's 22.
That misses.
Sorry, yeah, 22, 17.
Misses.
And then he throws a dagger. He just runs a dagger into your sword, and I think it just breaks. It falls. The glass shatters.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely a critical fail.
Yeah. First two Eden soldiers, they stand up, they pick up their weapon, and they take a slice. So, sorry. First one hits, second one doesn't. So this, oh, I guess this one has to move to even hit anything. Okay, never mind. He doesn't get to attack. He moves up this way and gets behind this guy. Yeah, so no damage happens. The other two, again, take more swings. Miss, miss. Crit, miss. And then I think this guy is just gonna fall apart from the crit, so it's 1d8 plus 3. Oh. That's alright. Is that max damage? It's weird that it's not, like, lit up, but that's fine. So, yeah, this guy, this sand golem up here by Esset and the others falls apart, is dead. And then I guess Esset is gonna run over here, strike at this guy. I don't remember what her attack roll was. Oh, yeah, I do. Miss. Miss again. And then Eve, right next to you. Rava flies higher. And then just several moments after Rava coming over and picking up the sand golem, its body just crashes down to earth next to you, and it turns into a sand pile. Just is completely obliterated.
I'm gonna like look up. Be like, you didn't mean to drop that on me, did you?
She's like,
kicking some sand off her boots.
I always was bad at aiming.
A little bit more to the left next time. Your left, not mine.
And then yeah, she'll fly down to the ground like on top of that pile, which I wish I could control a little bit better. But yeah, like lands back down, and is about to gets ready to strike this other golem. Then Seth, I guess, is dismounted. You said to kind of like leave it to you. So after like healing his men, I think he kind of crosses his arms and watches. So then it'll go back up to Ludwig.
Alright, so Eve feels a scurrying up her back as Ludwig heals her a little bit.
Hold still.
Goes up
A
for
scurrying.
2
I'm
points.
gonna be like, what the hell is that?
Don't worry about it.
And then, still invisible. He's gonna like vault off her shoulders, run over to Sonus, and do the same. Woo woo. Less scurrying, probably, but
Nice. So I
Lots of
I
healing.
regained 20.
yeah.
Thank you. What? Why did it keep doing that?
What do you? I don't know. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
I keep just entering in like my number into my health to change it, and it
Oh.
keeps like rolling spells.
You can change it right on your token, you know.
What?
If you right-click your token, and then you can like modify your health bar just below. Same way as Roll20, basically, like +10, -10, etc.
Good to know.
Then it'll be Solus's turn after Ludwig's done scaring the crap out of everyone.
I mean, yeah.
True. It's 23.
That that hits. That hits. Which one were you aiming at?
The one next to Esset. Or actually, I'm just gonna kill the one by Sonus.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll the damage.
And then it's also a Sparrow Storing Arrow. It's my last one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So what spell are you blasting it with?
It is Soundburst. And it's
All right.
sonic
So yeah,
damage.
there's a crash of cacophonously loud sound right next to you, Sonus. You have some serious tinnitus, and it blows a bunch of the sand off of the sand golem, the one with the eyes, and it actually kind of like winces, like it pinches its eyes shut and shakes its head.
Oh, these are,
Oh, okay.
this is both at +1, so this is 4 and
Okay.
yeah, it's 14.
Wow. All right,
Yeah.
then it seems real close to death then.
And then I will shoot it again.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, that's a
okay.
miss.
Yep. Arrow flies wide. He hops out of the way despite his bedazzlement. That's not the word for being dazed. It's fine.
He's bedazzled.
Yeah. He
He's
is
got
that
the
too.
jeans on.
He got hit by something that makes him glassy and shiny, I'm sure.
That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah.
So
So
Inspire Courage.
all right, Eve. This one's gonna try to the last one up by you guys. Is gonna try to swing at you a couple of times.
Bring it on.
Is that a critical miss?
That is a critical miss.
This
without
guy-
a dodge.
Already critical miss. So he's gonna like again. He slices at you. Maybe you'd like. Yeah. Like, do you like just deflect the dagger? I'm gonna let you, if you want, you can just deflect the dagger and like crush it, like break it in half.
I just want to like with my dagger just cut it in half.
Yeah, definitely. Like butter, it it gets cut in half, and I think it like tries to, just for effect, it tries to stab at you a couple more times with this like blunted dagger. Like it doesn't realize what's happened, and critically misses both times.
Yeah.
So like you're just like poking it at your armor with this non-existent dagger, the handle of his dagger. And then yeah, it'll jump down to Eve's turn.
All right. All right. So she's gonna go with Twin Fate because this is the last enemy. That's at a +2.
Yep, that is a hit.
And oh, whoops. Wait, should have just done it. Yeah, so that's 19 with the rapier.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll the second one? Fuck it, we're doing it anyway. That's a 25. Yeah, so 18 on the dagger, 19 on the rapier.
All right, yeah, it super falls apart. You slice this golem to pieces, and like you cut off an arm, it falls into a pile. You know, maybe cut off its head, and it like disintegrates, and then eventually just completely deforms. And there is the one left, and Sonus, it is your turn.
Sonus, ask what it wants.
You will note that it doesn't have a mouth.
Never mind.
And yeah, it still seems like it's kind of shaking its head and like dizzied by the sound burst. It looked very
Do we hear a
surprised.
voice- Do we hear a voice from nowhere? Finish him.
Do do do.
And it's the one with the human eyes, right?
Yeah.
One minute. You know, we're gonna go for it. Sonus is gonna try and charm the sand golem.
Okay. It has to make a will save.
And yeah, and it gets a +4 circumstance bonus because we've attacked it.
That's a little weird.
But
So let me just
yeah.
take a look here. So this is not, well,
Come on, baby, give me a bad roll.
that actually technically is a bad roll.
What does that apply the +4?
That's his reflex save. So what's the DC? It's like 22 plus 4, right?
So it must attempt a will save with a +4 circumstance bonus if you or your allies recently threatened.
Okay.
So
I don't know if we really threatened him, so to speak, you know?
yeah, so my DC is 22, so I think it beats it.
Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah. So it's like shaking its head, trying not to, you know, trying to shake off this daze. And yeah,
I mean, it doesn't think I tried to charm it.
right? Okay. So like yeah, it falls under the charm effect and it just kind of looks at you. And combat is effectively over since it's charmed.
Oh, is it? Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the last single.
Oh, I thought he passed the
Yeah, I thought.
Wait, so what's your DC?
Yeah.
Sorry, what's your DC?
So my DC is 22, and
And then you add 4, right?
he gets.
Oh,
the
he
plus-
gets
No,
a plus
he gets
4.
the plus
Okay,
4,
never mind.
yeah.
Then
He
he's
gets
not. Okay, sorry. Then he's not charmed.
Sorry,
not
I
charmed.
was confused.
And you have a chance to. Yeah, you can. Sure. You still have an
Yeah.
action.
Sonus is just gonna swing
Yeah, go for it.
with the paddle. He was like, "Man, I tried." Oh, that
All right.
probably missed.
That's actually, yeah, that's a that's a miss.
Hey, is
All right.
inspire courage or anything?
Inspire
Here's
courage
a
is
little
there,
voice.
but
Maybe they won't talk about this one so much.
all right, let's just I'll just hit play on this then. All right. So yeah, so like you missed the swing. It's his turn next, so he's gonna try to stab you with his daggers. And these are still at +2s.
Still a fail.
Yeah, that's a fail. Not a crit fail, right?
No.
Okay, slice, slice. Last one's a crit fail.
Last one's definitely a crit fail.
Yeah, so he like yeah. I think that's his last dagger. So like he loses the dagger, it goes flying, and then he like kind of balls up his fists like he's gonna. Well, I think he actually starts like reaching down again, like reaches at his sides, and like the hands kind of grip there, and he's holding that stance. It is going to be the rest of everyone's turn. We'll just skip up to Ludwig's turn, like the rest of the party's turn.
Ludwig's just gonna hold his turn and be like,
Sonas, finish him. Do something cool.
All right, it'll go to Solus' turn then.
Sorry, I am here. I'm just doing the thing. Got sound burst.
Okay. So he'll roll a reflex. I think he dies even.
Fortitude.
Fortitude. Oh, yeah, okay. Nope, he dies. He super dies. He explodes in the burst of sound. Sonus, you are peppered with some of the sand from this explosion. So is this Eden soldier across the way, and Ludwig a bit. Y'all are sandblasted. But then
Sand attack.
combat is
What
actually
happens
over.
to the eyes?
They go like blank just before the golem like explodes. It's like they fade into those outlines, and then
Can Sonus? Is there some check I could try and do to maybe figure out like what was happening?
yeah, give me an Arcana check.
If it's a scrying spell, spells with the scrying trait are also occult.
Okay.
I believe.
I would let you roll occult or
Nature.
Arcana. No, def
Dang.
not. Def not.
I'll try one of each.
If okay, so one thing I'll say is that if your nature is 5 above the other
This
traditions,
is a 25.
Wait, if it's 5 above the other traditions, what?
then like it's reasonable to use that instead.
Definitely gonna do nature then.
Because, well, all right. So what's your bonus? Because we're just gonna use the first roll. So we rolled a 10. So what's your nature bonus?
8.
18 is not enough to understand what was happening.
Rough.
question on things controlling this. Do they usually get like the full sensory impact of stuff they're controlling, or would we know that?
That would. Well, so like normally golems aren't. I guess. Hold on. How we've talked about this before, right? How golems can be controlled. We kind of
Yeah.
briefly. Okay. Yeah. I think you know
Yeah,
that.
remember our assuming control memes?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The thought process is if Solus just deafened this thing with a huge sound burst,
Yeah.
whatever's controlling it may have gotten a hit of that,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that might give us a clue if we see someone wandering around bleeding ears.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Hey,
he
Correct.
critically failed that, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So he's deaf. He's like deaf.
Wait,
I-
like for how
He's-
for like ever?
He's deaf. Hold on, let
For
me
a
look at.
minute. Deafened
Is
and
it a
stunned
minute?
For a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
he's
'cause
stunned.
It's a
Wherever
minute.
he is, he's just fucking standing.
Yeah, wherever he is.
Fuck that guy. I hate
However,
him. Hate his stupid old sand soldiers.
so like to answer Ludwig's question, yes.
Okay.
You get the full sensory impact, and Sonus knows, like, he saw this thing get like real injured from the real dazed from the first soundburst arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does a 25 tell me? Anything?
Yeah. Well, it tells you that like these things can be controlled, and like, you know, hitting them with sensory impacting stuff, or like mind controlling stuff, kind of like works through the connection. So yeah.
Ludwig will motion for Blevin to come back down. Now that
Okay.
the battlefield is quiet.
Yeah, Blevin returns to you.
Seth.
Yeah, he uncrosses his arms and walks forward.
Are your soldiers okay?
Yeah, he looks them over and he nods. He's like, a couple of them took some pretty serious hits, but they're all fine now.
Okay, that's fantastic. We should not stay here.
No, I most certainly agree. What do you know anything about these? Are you
I know this is the second time we've been attacked by them.
really being targeted by them?
Yeah,
Well,
it seems like somebody in Eden has it out for us, you could say.
someone in Eden, you say?
There's a voice pipes up from invisibly between them.
Yeah, but last time they were attacking Kirtan, I think. Remember?
Oh.
I think Seth kind of unfolds his arms and like looks at Evans in surprise. It's like, that's troubling.
Yes, it seemed like some sort of strange assassination attempt.
And yeah, he just kind of stops and thinks. Looks very concerned.
Yeah, who knew we were coming this way?
I informed only the general and some of our advisors at the watchtower. Who knew you were coming this way?
The ones that I can
Just
think
you.
of. Yeah.
And whoever else you told. No matter. We should keep walking.
Yes. If we hurry, we can still make it back to Eden by end of the day. So, and he'll like pull himself back up on his horse. And yeah, you guys can carry on.
Solace just thinks to himself, man, I need to get me one of those.
A horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of
yeah.
course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, a horse.
Yeah, obviously.
The horse, of course.
All right. So yeah, you guys are just actually like just a couple of hours outside of Eden, and the rest of the travel goes by pretty smoothly. Traffic picks up as you approach and like get back on the main road. So yeah, and then soon enough you arrive at the gates. They aren't closed to you. There are no riots happening this time. Seems like a normal day at the moment. And maybe we can take a break there.
Yeah. Let's take a quick one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back in like what, 5?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll be back.